Hello, chat. This is Magic Fish Radio, and my brain is mush, so I hope that you can hear us.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello. And we're 15 minutes late because my brain is mush. Yay!
Also count.
We blew up our ship in Aliens one game too early, so tonight we are playing a one-shot of V5 with ridiculous throwaway characters. I have an intelligence of 1, and I'm gonna play the shit out of it.
In my defense, I didn't mean to make that high of a medicine roll.
Yeah. We might have to start planning our one-shots in advance, because sometimes these modules can go nuclear on us. Yeah.
Real fast.
Real fast. So yes, this is Magic Fish Radio, and we do tabletop RPG streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays. This Saturday, I am running Exit to Eden and World of Darkness in Space. Next week, at this time, we will start with Session 0 of G.I. Joe, Relics of War. And we still could use some more players, I think, because everyone's schedules look a bit weird for July, and we need more players. So I will post about that on the Twitters. Also, you can join our Discord and fill out the application form, on which G.I. Joe is the last one on the list, so I also need to update the application form.
I remembered how to do the thing in chat.
So, yeah.
Also, our sound is good. I meant to say
Oh,
earlier.
okay,
I muted
good.
us and then.
Yay! We can be heard. So yes. I updated the channel points. So, in this game, or on this channel, you can buy nerfs and boosts, or buffs, whatever, for the players or the GM using channel points. Which is also an incentive to make you watch us live more often. So, yeah. Yes, Malkmaven. For when Alien Mini Campaign gets TPK'd a week too early, yes.
Yeah, it was an accident.
No, I think it was really intentional.
I mean, it was intentional by whoever wrote the game, not by the players playing it.
I mean, to be fair, everything just started lining up pretty perfectly, and it was like, you know what? If I try to stretch it out, it would just feel forced, because this is also perfect right now. You all just opened the door and said, come on in, Mr. Ending.
And this is how we die.
It was funny. I think we all enjoyed it, though.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was a fun TPK, and it wasn't exactly unexpected, just a little early. Phone, hold on. Okay.
We're here.
Never mind. No one calls me, ever, except during stream. Channel points, other game nights.
I'm just surprised you have a landline.
So am I! It seems more expensive to get rid of it, and I am confused.
No, that sounds about right with phone companies.
Yeah, especially in New York City, where things are weird sometimes and make no sense. Except that someone makes money off it.
New York State liquor law. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh.
New York State liquor law.
And strip club law. Blah. Anyway.
I can attest to that one. I can attest to the other.
My ADHD brain is going all over the place, so I'm just gonna hand it over to John, and if I remember things I need to say, I'll put them in the chat.
Fantastic.
Or interrupt
Get
John.
you a little teleprompter.
Yep. I've been meaning to make
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a V5 one-shot, where, we haven't decided yet if Eldritch Adversaries is going to become part of an ongoing timeline or remain its own closed-off little thing, but this one is definitely going to occur in its own little bubble in the grand scheme of things. Because we don't know how horribly this can all go wrong. Those of you watching live, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Those of you watching us as VOD or on YouTube, Hi. Welcome. Glad you could spend, 2-3 hours with us watching these shenanigans go awry. Hopefully everyone has a little bit of fun tonight. But tonight, we will be playing something I've just crafted slowly out of various little fun ideas. So hopefully everyone will also think it's fun. I mean, it was either going to be this, or we were going to do a vampire-alien crossover where you were all kindred having to fight off xenomorphs.
I mean,
I
Dracula
like my
2000?
they'd stand a better chance, I think, between Auspex and Celerity and Animal.
I strangely like my chances in this one.
Would animalism work on xenomorphs? Or would it require presence?
I feel like because because technically you can use animalism with it.
So this is where we get into the mirrors books in NWAD of like, so what? I don't know if there's actually an aliens supplement for that, but there could be. There should be. Except for that little bit in Changeling the Lost where they're like, so most alien abductions are actually true Fae abductions and humans are stupid. Except a few aren't. And that's just a lovely thing to see in a little text box in a page. God damn it, John. I'm not allowed to talk anymore.
So, fun fact, just looking something up, in 1998, White Wolf published a splat called Trinity Field Report Alien Races.
Mm-hmm.
So, but who knows if the xenomorphs are in there?
They're not.
Anyways. Oh. Well, listen, I'm like total noob to White Wolf.
It's all right.
There's too much.
But don't worry. I'm saving the vampire alien crossover for a little further down the line, once I've had the time to properly adjust xenomorph statistics to the storyteller system. I want to give you the best possible encounter there.
But would they be aliens, or would they just be Shmisi playing a prank?
You'll just have to play and find out.
Like, given other things we've spitballed for Tuesday nights, I am on board for this. Like, if we're gonna do a crossover game, like, yes.
As the one person who's played as Sumitsi, I can see this working and being canon.
H.R. Geiger, brought in by the Shmise. Color me shocked. But yes, no, this is going to be a little bit different, something a little bit closer to what V5 wants done. This adventure is going to be taking place in the city of South Ashfield, West Virginia. And if you happen to get that reference, thank you. I'm glad someone else remembers that.
What was the reference I was typing?
South Ashfield, West Virginia. But that being said, you three are Scourges, answering to the sheriff of South Ashfield. And you... Thank you. And you are all roused from your day sleeps just as the sun begins to set, to your pagers going off, because this is 2002.
So we're still not allowed to have cell phones.
Cell phones are not quite as ubiquitous as they will become, and older kindred are a little slower to adapt to things.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. And you are all receiving messages on your pagers telling you to move your asses. The three of you pull yourselves out from wherever it is you pull up during the day and move through the early evening and start gathering up alongside other Scourges, meeting in the sheriff's office in the basement levels of the 12th precinct of the South Ashfield Police Department.
Oh, cool. We're Scourges?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes.
You gave us 3 options. We weren't sure which was which.
I forgot this part entirely.
Well, only one of you actually put in a vote on which one of the storylines you wanted to play with. So I went with the one that expressly made you all Scourges.
I actually voted for all 3.
Yes, but only one actually gave an express opinion on which they preferred. So, that being said, you all enter into the gathering area, and you're there with the other roughly 24 Scourges that answer to the sheriff. And the sheriff is a lean, uniquely shaped figure. But that's what you get when the sheriff's a chemise.
Surprises! Literally, they are full of surprises.
Perhaps the best way to describe them is picture a pale-ass Klingon. And that's kind of what you get. They somehow manage to become indeterminate of gender, and they like it that way, and you just have to deal.
Like, are we talking Picard, like, clone pale, like, from the one movie, or...
Typical kindred pale.
Okay.
Typical Caucasian kindred pale.
Oh, thank you for the subscription, for the subscribe, Malk Maven. It's 2002. Everyone gets T-Mobile sidekicks.
I miss those.
So, you're all gathered here, all looking at each other, a little confused. It's like normally, you know, a couple of you would be called in for something, not all of you. All right. We're going to keep this brief. You're all going to shut up, pay attention, and we're going to get this job done quickly and correctly. It was discovered by ghouls and then relayed through the prince's ghouls and then to me at the earliest portions of this evening that a prized descendant of the Bruja Primogen has been murdered in the wee hours of the morning. Steps have been taken to keep the Bruja Primogen from stepping out of line and handling things herself. And we have been allowed to involve ourselves. Now, more than a few of you are Bruja, and I understand this, and I would advise you all to avoid any requests being made by the Primogen to perhaps handle this in a less than satisfactory manner. We are keeping to the Masquerade. We are solving this problem, and we will make the parties responsible pay without causing any more trouble. We've had enough issues with all that crap going around in Boston. Fucking Sabat. Anyway, most of you function in units. Form your coteries, go out, get the job done. You will be handed relevant information. You will all travel throughout the city, and you will all find out who did this. You will report back to me regularly. Am I understood? You wind up hearing several calls of, yes, absolutely, yeah, it is. This is something you're gonna go! And you are all,
and with that, I forgot everything she just told me. They just told me.
You watch as all these, again, groups of kindred that normally form coteries went out for the hunts just start moving out in teams of 3, 4, 5. And as you three move through the crowd, you eventually find each other again.
I'll pick up a shotgun on my way out. I'll pick up a shotgun on my way out since we're in the basement of the police station.
Oh yeah, that's not difficult for you.
I probably have some... Oh, I did not specify what weapons I have on me, even though I took the arsenal merit. Anyway.
You are a Scourge, and you have access to police hardware. Regular police hardware, not SWAT material. So handgun, shotgun, that stuff you can have access to.
Also, it's 2002, so not like tanks.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
I'm not going to make that joke.
Not in West Virginia.
Yes.
So you are all able to gather together. If you'd all like to describe your characters to each other quickly, and then the four of you will be able to proceed.
I'll go last.
Yes, you should go last.
I am playing Rena Marsh. Oh, this will be backwards on the... But I got a new t-shirt.
Cliche guy.
I love it.
So she is a large, burly woman, but she has cleverly disguised herself as a goth because no one pays attention to those especially not in 2002. But yeah, she's probably got some kind of poorly concealed weapons on her. And she is... What is, Oh, I took the status flaw suspect. So, at the most she's learned at these kinds of meetings is just to not talk. Because if something has gone wrong in the last few months, it was probably her fault, but she doesn't understand still why it was a problem, and is a little... You can tell she's a bit hazy on the no more problems, like, can you, like, you mean, like, Masquerade Bridge? Or, like, people aren't supposed to die? Or, like, you want to talk to them? Like, you really have to... I have an int of one. You really have to explain things to Rena before things are done by Rena. So
and this is why Rena is not the coteries leader.
So she at this point is probably just going to go over to Serena and say, so, I think I get what we're supposed to do, but I don't get what we're not supposed to do.
Serene looks like she's still half asleep. Like, she did not want to be waking up before midnight. That's her MO. If you wake her up before midnight, she's not a happy camper from getting out, having to crawl out of the dirt and then wiggle out and everything. But she's about 5'10", super shaggy, like, looks like she took scissors to it herself, black hair, bright blue eyes, kind of wolfish almost features. You would think maybe a lupine, but not quite. Because, you know, gang girl. And she, you know, she has like this almost a biker leather jacket on, but it, like, where the patch was, there's like various rips, like she took it off just with her claws. And
I'm probably wearing a whole bunch of, like, black denim.
That's fair.
Just because it's cheaper and easier to replace than leather, because leather doesn't last long on me.
And then just blue jeans and, like, combat boots, and, like, she's tucking a Glock into behind her waist belt. Safety on, of course, because, you know, don't want to shoot your own butt. That would suck.
Yep, don't worry. You all get fake badges to pass off as plainclothes or undercover police officers because the sheriff actually controls the police department in South Ashfield.
Nice.
Nice.
So long as you don't do anything fucking stupid, because if you do something fucking stupid, then they're going to say that you were impersonating a police officer, and you're going to be kept from the rotation for a couple of decades till people forget what you look like.
I am probably just like this close to that line.
Maybe.
So
Rena, stay in the car. Stay in the car. But
you're the police dog. We let you out if, you know, we need to go catch something.
What? You're the gang girl, man. Why am I the police dog?
Hold on. Before you go assigning anyone the police dog position,
that means I'll be
with the vampire to be named soon, please introduce themselves.
Did someone embrace Ace?
Is it Ace?
Is it Ace?
I am not playing Ace.
Aww.
Good try, though. I am, however, according to my notes, still wearing a tailored black suit with a green vest, and I have a black bowler hat.
Oh, for Christ's sake. So
these are, by best count, almost 80 years out of fashion.
Are you playing who I think you're playing?
I might be.
So Ace is in the car.
No, Ace is currently sitting down quite obediently next to his master Bart.
Yeah! No! Yay, we won't die!
Ace is here, we're saved!
Providing Ace rolls what he did previously, I guess.
Yes, Bart Killiam in the flesh, so to speak. Alive and well, almost 200 years old, and getting too old for this shit.
Fair.
How is he still just a scourge?
Remember, he's from Boston, which was recently taken over by the Spot.
Oh, yes.
So he was driven out of his home.
So he's got to work back up the ladder.
In this pocket dimension, which may or may not be revisited in the future.
You know, it's funny that you say this, because my ambition is find a good boss. This is gonna go great.
Not me.
But
so what you're telling me is there's a very specific storyteller-controlled character that I need to put in here when you say you're looking for a good boss.
Well, he's in
the best
Paris.
boss.
Well, he's the best boss. I'll settle for a good boss.
Actually, no. At 2002, he's in the Americas at this point. But in his main canon, he would be in Philadelphia. But he's easy enough to transplant.
You see, chat, sometimes we GMs just get too attached to a character and then turn them into an NPC, and then we get too attached to the NPC. See my space game.
I did, however, ask permission to make use of previous PCs as NPCs in service to him in a game that takes place in the present evening.
Love it.
So expect that Charisse and or Riza may show up as an attendant, or, Vern will show up with his fuck off clause.
I'd say, Eleanor would, but,
well, it depends on whether or not they run into Shmise.
Yeah, I was gonna say Eleanor's in the cycle. Anyways, meta talk aside.
So yes, the four of you are gathered. You get your fake badges. You get your sidearms, or your primary arms in the case of Bart going for the shotgun.
I'll
Ace
put on
gets
the
his
canine
little
body armor.
Yep, Ace gets his little canine service vest for the. Well, he gets one of those vests that says like service dog on the side.
Yeah.
But then you can like rip off the thing that's held on with Velcro, and it says police canine. And if you rip off the little bit of Velcro in the front, his badge hangs there.
I one day will get art of Ace for reasons.
Look, we all know Ace, though technically a ghoul, is the most valuable scourge in this city.
The only reason he's not a vampire yet is because we haven't figured out how to embrace animals.
Because that, I think, is only covered in Chronicles of Darkness, not in V5 or earlier editions. You told me you could make vampire plants.
Well, no, you could make ghouled plants.
Okay.
You ghoul plants, and then you turn them into vampire alcohol. Anyway.
I'll say this. If you wanted to make Ace a vampire, I'm not technically opposed. But that's besides the point. We're moving on.
So, Serene will look at Rena. Right. So, what you're gonna want is to, not kill the bastard.
Okay.
And you can bring him back to the sheriff.
Okay.
You're gonna let the sheriff deal with it.
Okay. So the
No
sheriff...
matter what your fucking Primogen hissy lady says.
I mean...
No.
But I mean, this is justified hissy though. But
besides the point. We masquerade breach. We just... So clarification, has the Second Inquisition ended or is just starting at this point?
The Second Inquisition, as it is known within the V5 books, is in its infancy at this moment.
Okay.
This is 2002, the September 11th attacks, which prompted the governments of the world to start investigating online forums and eventually breaching into the ShrekNet, has only just begun.
Okay. If the humans, they're getting restless, we don't want to give them, putting a flayed corpse on a scarecrow thing makes people suspicious.
Yeah, but it was really funny.
Suspicious.
I'm going to rule that you didn't know that Rena did that, so now you can all look at her and realize that she admitted a crime to you all.
Anyone could have flayed that guy. Just saying.
Rena, honey, Fifth Amendment.
Okay. So...
But I've already got my gun.
So, are we allowed to breach the Masquerade in front of the guy that we're capturing? Or do we have to pretend to be humans that are beating the shit out of him? Them. Whoever.
Oh no, we'll beat the shit out of them. They just gotta make it to the sheriff still breathing, technically, right?
Okay.
That's why I got Bart.
Yeah.
There you go. So don't masquerade breach in front of everybody. No flayed corpses on a scarecrow pole. Don't set the church on fire. And bring the guy in alive. Or the person.
Okay, was I the one that set the church on fire? I don't remember.
Don't tell plausible deniability, plausible deniability, plausible
remember,
deniability. Plausible deniability.
Look, let's just say the internal affairs of Scourges is a lot stricter than the internal affairs of actual police. You don't just lose your badge.
I mean, it's a wonder I'm even here.
There's a reason.
Because it's a one-shot. So yes, you are all met by one of the dispatchers, which is an actual police officer that is ruled by the sheriff, and provides you with information on where the grandchild of the Primogen was last seen, which is a nightclub on the south side of town. Not an uncommon hunting spot for a lot of brouhaha. It focuses on a lot of like. The place has always had a history of belonging to various subcultures and then reinventing itself as new subcultures emerged and became places for people to go and just evolved over time. It's basically been a place that's evolved to be what brouhaha adhere to more frequently than the brouhaha that adhere to various subcultures. And yeah, not steampunk yet.
Not steampunk. That's 2008. I was there. Anyway,
but yes, that was one of the last reported places where they were seen up and about and stalking prey. So that's the best place for you all to be in now.
Goes to grab the keys, unless someone else is driving. I have a driver 1, so I don't know who has a higher skill. Besides Ace.
I'm not
0.
proficient with cars.
You have the
What?
ride. You have ride.
I'm just a moment.
Is it Ace?
I'm going to roll to see if Ace has a higher drive than 1 for the sake of this one shot.
She'll just look at the dog.
Somewhere by night. This is our new campaign, everyone.
So
She just looks at the dog. You're shitting me.
I literally gave this a 5% chance. And it came up a 1. So Ace does have a higher drive stat than you.
So-
Whether or not you're actually going to give the dog the keys is something else.
So,
He
chat,
just looks
if
at the
you're-
dog.
chat, if you're wondering what the fuck is going on, watch the first several episodes of Eldritch Adversaries, where Ace is best dog and best ghoul ever.
Who ridiculously has all the stats.
And now he's Toonce's, but better, because Toonce's did not have a drive score over 1.
She looks at the dog, looks at the keys, looks at the dog.
And I'm like, yeah. Let Ace try.
Sees Marina doing that. Nope.
Oh,
Starts
come on.
heading up the stairs.
He's a good dog.
Masquerade.
How can you treat him like this?
Masquerade.
Does Ace allow for ear scritches from
Yeah.
other vampires?
Well, you're in the coterie, so you're fine.
I scritch his ears. It's okay, Ace. You'll have your day. You'll have your night to drive, and it'll be awesome.
As you all walk down, we cut away to Ace's internal monologue as he narrates the sequence. And I would have my day, because like every other time something like this happens and they leave me in the car, I'm the one who has to be the getaway driver.
Okay, not wrong, but she's like, it may be West Virginia and like dogs are basically in the car with everybody, but they're not driving with everybody. They're not the ones driving the cars.
Yeah, I forgot. I somehow assumed we were playing a game set in New York City, so I just didn't take drive.
I always take drive no matter what I'm in.
Probably Rena's just not allowed to drive anymore.
If you want, I can have a future game take place in New York.
No, it's okay. I was just...
My version of New York.
Yeah, so Serene, takes one of the, I'm assuming, Tahoes, the like 2000 Chevy Tahoes with the police decals, and starts it up, switches the music to heavy metal.
Well,
Not
do you want to
caring.
take one of the cars that has police markings on it, or do you want to take an unmarked one?
Well, if we take a cop one, then I can ride in the cage again.
Oh,
Gets
no.
out of the police one, goes to the unmarked, does the
Aw.
same process.
How big is the trunk, though? Good sized trunk?
Rena, I swear to God.
We have to bring him in alive, so it can't be airtight. This time.
Do you know what? That was a lot different than what I thought you were. Good job. Gold star. Oh, if we do have to capture the guy alive, Serene would have like made sure to grab handcuffs and just like toss them at everybody.
Yep.
I grabbed some rope.
No, that works too.
Rope is important.
Starts the car, puts on the early 2000s heavy metal, a lot of
Turns it
Enter
off.
Sandman, turns it back on.
Nickelback
Turns it off.
before they turned out to be awful. Nickelback before I realized every one of their songs would sound the same forever.
You're not wrong. Sighs, switches it to some classical station for Bart.
No, I turned the radio off because we're in a cop car. There's radio traffic.
Fine.
Okay, so we don't have a cop car, but we have a cop radio.
Well, undercover cars still have the radio.
Yeah, it's an unmarked police cruiser. If you look real close at the back, it says police cruiser on the trunk door, but
Very, very faintly.
Very subtle.
Yeah.
It's police light.
yeah, it's in the glove box. You can clamp it right on top.
All right. Starts the car.
Ace takes his point in the back seat, turns to look at the window, looks back, turns to look at the window.
I assume I'm in the back
Looks
seat
back.
with Ace.
She just presses one of the little controls up front and rolls it down.
Set out the window.
Sighs, start the car. Did anyone map quest this place?
I mean, two of you are Brewha. You have an idea for where it is. It's a pretty popular
It's
Brewha
that way.
hangout spot, considering it's not owned by a Brewha.
Okay.
It's become one of those establishments where it's like all Brewha sort of protect it, because even if it starts turning towards a subculture that they don't recognize, it's always been a safe place for Brewha, even though it's never been owned by one. It's a safe neutral ground for them.
Is it a human-owned establishment? Or...
It is,
Oh. Okay.
but perfectly normal kind.
I just
It's
wanted to
just
make a
as
map quest
Wait.
joke.
Just as it shifts from one owner to another, as tastes change, it shifts. But it's always been a place that the Brewha of the city have felt comfortable. So, and again, its name has changed a dozen times since the building originally went up. So some people have fond memories of it as the Rusty Spur when it was a country place. Some people have fond memories of it when it was the Lonely Tombstone. At this point now, it's leaning a slightly heavier metal aesthetic. And it's known as the Grinding Gear.
But still not
It-
steampunk.
Not steampunk, it's a more industrial metal.
All right. The gang girl will follow the Brewha's directions.
So it's like over there, and then you turn left at the sign, and then there's a football field, and then you turn left again.
We stopped
Turn left
McDonald's
at the
3
end
times.
of the football field.
Actually,
We stopped at the McDonald's 3 times.
no, because I decided against taking the Eat Food merit. But there is a McDonald's on the way, and, you know, we have a hungry ghoul. Who's being such
Cheeseburgers
a
are for
good boy.
closers.
Aw, man. How can you treat him like you're a gang girl? How can you be like this?
Because he knows as well as I do it's better when the job's done.
Okay.
See?
Okay. Alright, if you're cool with it, man, it's cool. Okay.
Cutting away to his internal monologue. I know because when the job's done, they'll buy me bigger portions because I did well.
You get a Big Mac instead of a cheeseburger.
It's adorable. She thinks she's going to stop at one Big Mac.
Ace hasn't eaten at McDonald's since 1977.
Well, not that you know of.
No, I have a pretty idea where he eats. 'Cause I'm usually the one that gives him money.
Well,
All right. She just, drives.
We'll go to Burger King and get him one of those crowns. No. Oh, okay. No, to wear, not to eat. I'm not a monster, dude.
To this day, they still haven't realized Burger King gives me runs worse than White Castle.
Oh, yes, it has been noted.
His owner knows. Rena probably doesn't.
I don't eat a string
Rena's
food.
probably the reason why he's so sure that it's every time he eats at Burger King.
Anyway,
So yes, you wind up
tracking down
feeling.
Corey.
Yeah, you wind up feeling the music when you're still like a block and a half out,
Yeah.
vibrating through everything, and it only gets worse as you get closer.
Like, someone put up that TikTok the other day. Of all of the
Ace
headbanging.
looks like he's bobbing his head along, but it's just because he's shaking in the back seat as the car goes up and down.
Oh, nope, this is not hydraulics. We're just almost there.
Yeah. There's a line of people outside the club, and they are...
All scourges.
No, there are various scourges investigating different potential points in the city where he may have been followed or where something may have happened. You all just got this one.
Oh, okay.
Does the spinny spin with the steering wheel on parks?
Ace adjusts the Velcro on the thing that's a service dog just to make sure. Can't let him know I'm a plant.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Steps out, make sure her gun's hidden.
I will leave the shotgun in the shotgun rack right next to the in the center dash, and then I will also get out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
I probably have a small firearm and
Knives.
some knives and one of those batons. But I mean, sometimes it's just fun to pick up a chair. Because I took improv weapon as a melee specialty, but I don't know if there's specific rules about that. I forgot to read the book. Some systems
Tell you
are
what,
not okay. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
as you all tell me how you want to cut the line and get inside, or if you want to spend all night standing online.
Oh, Serena's just gonna go up, pull out her badge, and flash it and put it back in.
Okay.
I probably just walk in because I took the beautiful merit and I'm here all the time.
Okay. So, which one? You know what? Which one of you has the higher dexterity? Which one of you gets to the door first? The one reaching for the badge, the one who goes, "Hi, Carl."
Hey.
I'm Dex 2.
I'm Dex 3.
How you doing?
right. Cool. The two of you with Dex 3. Roll me your Dex to see which one of you gets there first.
Just like a straight D10. Whoever has the higher wins.
I was gonna say roll me 3d10 and see which one gets the more successes, but
That works too.
0.
3 successes.
Yep,
so Rena's in the midst of adjusting, flare out the hair, and Cyrene's just like, let us in.
Oh, okay.
So, make me a charisma intimidation check to make him back down instead of, protecting the place like he's paid to.
As I lose a die. Die down! I'm gonna name you Jack, because there wasn't enough room for you in the hand. Let's see. And 1 hunger.
Took me a minute.
2 charisma. 1, 2. Yeah, okay. 3 successes?
Yeah, 3 successes is enough. He just sort of backs up, opens the door. You hear a bunch of pissed off people and, the fuck? I'm standing on line 30 minutes. What the hell? Fuck you too.
Is your mother with that mouth? Walks in.
Yeah. Ace trots alongside next to Bart as his faithful service hound.
I'm wearing sunglasses.
Does he have the little handle on his
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like got it.
Yes, you all come inside, and this place is noisy as all hell. It is just sound bumping everywhere, people slamming into each other. It's a good, easy place to feed because hell, you could probably feed on someone on the dance floor and no one would fucking notice. But at this time, you have all now entered, and there is the smell of sweat and aggression. And if any of you happen to have aspects of any kind, you can just see the various emotions running through here. So, what do you three want to do?
Where do the Bruja usually hang out?
I mean, the Brujas sort of hang out wherever they feel like hanging out. To be fair, they just sort of hang out on the dance floor, by the bar. Maybe they go up to the second floor and watch everyone. Maybe they get to one of the cages that hangs down by the stage. But Bruja come here to have fun. This is supposed to be a safe space for them. So,
Okay, but this is the last place the dead guy was seen, not less dead.
yeah, not bones and ash. Yeah, basically.
What was his name?
His name was Carlos Vasquez.
Carlos Vasquez. Cool.
Grandchild to the Primogen.
I'm going to streetwise the crowd and see what I can figure out.
Absolutely. In this case, that would be let's call it a wit streetwise.
Okay. Give me a second. And it's what are successes again? 7s plus?
6 and above.
Okay.
10s are 2.
Two successes.
Okay. What was it you were trying to ascertain from your streetwise?
Who might have been working here the night that everything went down? Who was here last night? Who was hanging out with Carlos? That sort of a thing.
Okay. This is a Friday night, and you know that 2 of the bartenders that normally work Friday night will also work Thursday and Wednesday. So those 2 will probably be there. The bouncers probably different because the bouncers get rotated a little bit more often because there's always some asshole causing a problem. So they need a little more time to tend to a bruise here or what have you. As for Carlos would tend to spend a lot of his time either in the middle of the dance floor or up on the second floor balcony that wraps around and looks down, getting, just looking at the sea of snacks writhing beneath him.
The Cheetos doing the Cheeto dance.
Does this place have surveillance cameras?
You've been here often enough, probably. Yeah, they have some security cameras. They're placed by the back entrance. They're placed by the owner's office, because that's also where the safe is. There's one by the bar to try and keep track of if someone starts putting stuff in drinks, because that started to become a problem, and they wanted to make that not be a problem. So there's not a lot of cameras, but there's cameras where they deem it most important.
Okay.
There was a camera positioned outside of the restrooms, but there were people that had an issue with them being present right outside the bathroom doors. But it had originally been put up there because somebody had stepped out of line in the ladies' bathroom, but there were a lot of people that still had an issue with it being present there, so they took it down.
Okay.
Does Bert or Bart share any of that with the rest of us, or?
Yeah.
Okay. You looks at Rena. You want to talk to your cousin, whatever. Y'all call each other.
Do you want me to talk to the guys while you do like serious stuff?
I'm not. there could also be information there. They hung out with Carlos a lot.
Yeah.
You know
Well, no, but
something.
like I can talk to other of us. Maybe you should talk to the like humans who like run stuff here,
The yeah.
because I'm not allowed to do that anymore.
Nope. Plausible deniability.
Yes, I'm gonna. Are there any Bruja hanging out? Because I also have Streetwise.
Make me what's perception.
Wits perception?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's awareness?
Oh, okay. So that's 2 dice, one of which is a hunger dice, I assume.
Yep. You all have your 1 dot of hunger.
I got a 10 on my hunger dice.
Okay. Okay.
Because I am in Brujaland.
Yeah. You momentarily touch the potential for auspex within you, as just briefly all the Bruja in the room light up to your eyes. There's currently like 4 of them rocking out on the dance floor. There's a few up top. It's like, you know instinctively it's because you recognize them, but for some reason they just suddenly...
Bro specs!
Yeah. Bro specs is a good way to put it. The beast has become... the beast is looking out for members of the pack.
Bro!
Bro! Okay. Bruja have auspex? No. It's...
Bruja have the potential to learn auspex.
Well, like every vampire does, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You tapped into the potential to learn it.
Fair.
Weirdly enough, I have
Ever so quick.
obfuscate. Because of my, predator type. But alright, are there some Bruja... So I see the ones rocking out. Do I see any that are pre or post rock out who would be easier to talk to instead of going into the mosh pit going, hey! Because I've tried that before and it does not work well.
There are 3, again, up on the upper balcony that you could probably come up to and go, hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah. Do I recognize them as Bruja that are stupidly high rank, or what?
No, most of the Bruja in here tonight are
We're
plain
pros.
old, they're 13th gen, 12th gen.
Alright.
You know what, actually... Yeah. As you're looking around and heading up, you do realize that one of the Bruja up there, as you take a second look around to find where they are, because people are milling about up here, grabbing drinks and whatnot, you do realize now that you get closer that one of them is a 9th generation Bruja who serves as an attendant to the Primogen.
That's not good.
Oh, I only have a 1 intelligence. This was a terrible idea.
Okay, you know what? You have 1 intelligence. What's your wits?
My wits is 2.
What's your idea?
Well, she's just gonna ask them if they saw Carlos here last night. Which Chris is going, if one of them did it, they've just tipped them off. But it's like, no, I have a 1 intelligence. I am not Chris right now. I'm not even Moo. Moo had that kind of, unconscious intelligence. Not this one.
So go, ask.
Alright. Yeah,
Go forth. Be stupid.
I'm not gonna ask the 9th gen, though. I'm gonna ask, the bros.
Yeah. There's one up here who's 13th gen, another who's 12th. So they're all around your generation, your power level.
I want a bros conversation, not the inevitable "you're not my real dad" conversation.
No,
What? No oons. This is Metal Club.
Yeah.
Tush.
There's one guy up here who's still, grinding up against some girls who are totally into it but didn't want to be in the the flesh pool that is the dance floor.
Having played a Samitsi, that goes somewhere else in my mind.
There's the one female Bruja in the generation scope you're looking for is currently astride a guy's lap, and she might be necking him, she might be feeding. You won't be certain until you get a little closer.
What is the 9th gen doing or not doing?
The 9th gen is just standing there, looking down at the dancers, eyes moving left and right, and briefly makes eye contact with you. Just gives a short nod and goes back to looking down.
Yep.
While people are here having a good time bumping into each other, there seems to be like this little 2-foot bubble that everyone's just avoiding around him.
Ah, yes. I can't do that trick, but it is a thing we do.
Yep.
When we are older and sensible about our discipline purchases.
Presence plus obfuscate.
So actually she's gonna just kind of go up to the lady Bruja and say, "Hey, have you seen Carlos?"
She pulls her head out of his neck, and she has absolutely been feeding. His eyes are half closed.
She doesn't want to interrupt her for that long, just like yes or no.
No, I haven't. Heard what happened, though.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Heard he got iced.
Ugh. Okay. Thanks. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. Primogen's in a huge uproar. Part of the reason why, Stick in the Mud's over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, watching... Why was Carlos here?
I mean, Carlos is here, I don't know, 3 or 4 times a week. It's his favorite feeding spot. Well, his favorite fresh meat feeding spot.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
She leans in, licks his neck, pulls like almost like a handkerchief out of a side pocket and hits it with a little hand sanitizer, rubs it together, and just starts wiping the blood off of her face. Smells a lot less than alcohol, but we'll get the job done just as quick.
Cool. I'll try that.
Right. So I assume you scourgy types are here to try and figure out what happened to the old boy?
Yeah, I guess. But I guess if what's-his-face is here, then someone's already checking it out.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I assume the prince wants to make an example of whoever was responsible for this and get down to whatever the root of it is. The Primogen, she'd rather have the gunman than the person behind it at the moment, if this was a hit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Or she just wants to handle it all in-house.
Yeah.
I'm not high enough up on the food chain to know. I'm not high enough on the food chain to care. If I see something, I pass it along, I get a pat on the head, and I go back to living my life.
Way to be.
And now, if you'll excuse me, she looks absolutely scrumptious, and I'm still a little hungry.
Yep. Go get you some.
And you watch her start prowling after someone in a very short leather skirt and one of those leather skin-on vest types, no shirt underneath, and already dragging her into a secluded corner of the upper balcony.
Rena's predator style is bagger. She just has no context for any of this. Maybe because I just wrote another asexual character. Just,
Nothing wrong with
I could just get this out of a bag. And not deal with whatever this is.
I mean, cleaner, theoretically. Less mess. Let's wiggle it. Anyways.
Although the hand sanitizer trick's a good idea.
So, yes. Cyrene.
Yeah, Serene, looks
Serene,
at...
sorry.
It's okay. Serene looks at Bart. You want to take bartender 1, I'll take bartender 2, or you want to... She kind of gestures to the cameras, see if you can't.
Go talk to the owner, see what I can find.
Okay.
Or the manager, whoever
Bartender
happens to be running
duty.
the place.
All right. So, Serene, you're heading over to talk to the bartenders.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are currently in the middle of popping the caps off of bottles, pouring drafts of other beers. They are occasionally making drinks that are supposed to be higher in straight spirit, but when everyone's already feeling good, it's like a little soda water in here, a little
Little club soda there. Here you go.
maybe a little bit higher on the ice than the client would recommend, but that's how they get drunk slower and spend more.
More.
John, how do you know such things? It's like you work in the industry.
This I actually picked up working in the Farmingdale Multiplex selling soda.
Not wrong. Yeah, she'll, with her, like, what, I think she has a strength 4? Yeah, so she's burly. She just basically muscles everybody else out of her way. She don't care. Gently enough to not break the mortals, but...
Oh, yeah. And there's plenty of mortals that are just like, oh, damn.
Yeah, this is a metal club.
And there's more than... And you get the impression there's more than a few people in here who suddenly want to go, punish me, mommy.
She'll just smirk at the ones who have that kind of look and keep making her way to the bar.
That's your McDonald's. For a job well done.
I mean, what she does in her off time when she's not scourging is up to her.
Yeah.
It's also scourging.
Yeah, that's what Scourge literally means, I think.
So when you
I
head
caught
up
that
to
double entendre too late.
when you head up to the bar, the first bartender you see is a dirty blonde, slicked back. He's got like 4 piercings in his bottom lip, 1 here in the nose, a couple of like pointed studs in the one earlobe here, and then just one of those big old fucking extenders here, just giving him a giant hole through the earlobe.
Back when that was seen as a lot of piercings.
He's working on it.
Some people here...
No, I'm saying in context like 2002, somebody with that'd be like,
there are
clutch
people
pearls.
here
Nowadays
who...
we're just like, eh.
There are people here who have 1 whole tattoo.
We're in West Virginia.
That is also, yeah.
So they're all crosses and, like, crucifixes? I don't know.
But she'll lean on the bar and just kind of wait for their attention.
Right. What can we get for you?
Vodka soda. Neat.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Yep. What's up?
yeah, you know my friend Carlos? Carlos Mencia? Wait, that wasn't his name. Vasquez.
Did he have a career in 2002, or is that when his career was peaking? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I was still a baby in 2000s, like early 2000s. Don't ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was on the club team.
I don't recognize the name.
She'll give a description because I'm sure we got one.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah. Buys drinks for everybody when they're here with him. Never drinks anything himself. It's really kind of weird.
Well, some people like to be the center of attention. Was he here past couple nights?
I was here last night. Yeah.
See him with anybody normally doesn't,
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, he spent a lot of time hanging out with this new chick came in. Not seen her around here before. Red hair, green eyes. Came in here wearing blue jeans, metal t-shirt. I think it was for some local band. Wasn't really paying too much attention. It was actually surprisingly busy last night.
Okay.
But yeah, they seemed to spend a lot of time together, and they headed out, I don't know, sometime around 1-ish? A lot earlier than he normally would, because he'll usually stick around close to closing.
Okay, so before our last call. All right. Don't suppose... I probably didn't catch your name. Did you catch what band it was?
It's some small town band. I've heard people mention it before. I've seen the logo occasionally, but like, heaven help you, like they're one of the ones that worked the name of the band into the logo so that it's fucking illegible unless you know how to look for it.
Okay. Given since she likes metal, would Serene know the local metal scene and be able to figure it out from there?
Yeah, make this a intelligent streetwise? Yeah, intelligent streetwise would make the most sense here.
Cool. I need to stop throwing dice.
We all do it, it's fine.
Okay. 2 successes.
Yeah, you know there are a couple of pretentious bands showing up around here that are trying to do that, make themselves look like the big boys, but they take it too far because they think they're edgy or cool.
Okay.
One band calls itself Iron Cross,
Okay.
and they've got a little too comfortable for certain parts of West Virginia, but a little too uncomfortable for some of you who still remember World War I and World War II.
Considering she was embraced around there, yes.
Yeah. They call themselves Iron Cross, but their band marking is very much the German war metal, the Ritterkreuz.
The Iron, yeah.
Yeah. It's
okay.
Like some people have forgotten, like it is a German military award, but had far too heavy an emphasis on something in the 40s. Yeah, and was adopted by certain subcultures that even most Bruja are like, no, you need to stop existing, like 20 seconds ago.
Fair. Okay, so Iron Cross.
And there's another one that they try to subvert things by going a little Twisted Sister-ish, and they do like bright neon colors, but still with like a metal aesthetic.
Okay.
And they call themselves Death Unicorn.
Fair. Okay, so Iron Cross or Death Unicorn. This girl, she looked like a groupie, like one who had,
honestly, she looked a little too clean. Like, no piercings, didn't see any tattoos. She also doesn't look like she drank nearly as much as some of our local clientele do, that's for sure. Also didn't sound like she was from around here.
General ballpark, if you could place it, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Like somewhere more in that, like, that stick up your ass, like Connecticut kind of accent, like.
Okay. Almost trust funder. Got it.
Yeah, little bit. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way she put on like the eyeliner and the mascara looked like she was trying to fit in.
Yeah.
But hey, she was hot. I figured Carlos was just gonna go for it.
I mean, piece of ass that nice walks in. I mean, can't blame him.
Yeah. Just.
All right, so we got a Buchanan, maybe. All right. Well, I'm just looking for him. We haven't heard much about him in a few days. He's supposed to meet us for drinks. Trying to see if I can't track him down.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Thanks.
I mean,
and she'll put 40 on the table.
Thank you.
Always tip your informants, kids.
We'll now cut to Bart and service dog Ace.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
I will look for the manager / owner / whoever runs this joint.
Yeah, the owner tends to be here on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and will be here on Mondays for a lot of the early deliveries. And then they have managers who will work through like the weekdays where things are a little quieter. But the current owner, a guy by the name of David Greer, much more hands-on. He has to be involved with everything.
Okay.
Or at least everything when it's busy or when there's like big shipments coming in. He wants to micromanage like all the important stuff. And honestly, it's kept this business running a little bit longer than it has under previous owners, so working at least a little bit in his favor.
Fair.
But yeah, he has the same office down round back. It's easy enough to find.
Yeah, I'll go look and I'll go.
Yeah, you got the little plaque says owner's office on it, and like right across the hall from it is the one that says manager's office.
Yeah, I'll knock on the door.
Yep.
Ace and I will enter the building.
You open the door. There's a guy in there in a white button down, black vest, black slacks, pencil mustache. Like he looks almost as out of date here as you do.
Yeah, but one of us is underdressed.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm a detective investigating a potential crime.
Okay. You guys really need to learn to talk to each other, unless something else has happened.
What was the last cop here looking for you for?
They came in here, said some guy who was here last night wound up getting off, so they came in, they took all my security footage.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you happen to catch the name of that officer or a receipt for your stuff?
Well, to be fair, wasn't an officer, federal agent. What was it? It was Agent Palmer. Yeah, that's what it was. You know what? I think I have his card still here. Yeah, here he is. And he hands you a card that says that identifies him as a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent, Terry Palmer.
Interesting. Did he give you a receipt for your stuff?
Yeah, he did. Said I'd get my security footage back when they were done reviewing it. Apparently, the guy they were looking for was tied up in some bigger federal case, and him getting offed was a huge blow to things because they couldn't. You know, he tried to go. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Is there something else I can help you guys with? If not, that guy's probably got your answers.
You notice anybody weird in the last couple of weeks? Weirder than normal for this place? Anybody that didn't look like they belonged here because you have a specific clientele?
You mean aside from the feds?
Aside from the extra fuzz, yes.
No, haven't really noticed anything out of the usual.
Okay. Excellent. Can I take this with me?
Yeah, go. Actually, you know what? Let me write down that number so I can still get in contact with him so that I can find out when I'm getting back. It took my fucking credit card receipts too. I need those records back for doing my taxes.
Your credit card receipts too.
Yeah, he said he wanted to double check people making purchases here last night, match them up against credit card purchases made by persons of interest in this case.
Does your system have a backup like the other one does?
I mean, man, you're not going to take the backups too. I need to have these things on hand for reference.
I just need a copy. I'll be happy to take a copy so you can keep the original.
Yeah, I can try and dig them out. Was there one in particular you wanted?
No. Unfortunately, I just need the whole night from about. Just give me the night shift from last night.
All right. He goes to the computer, starts pulling up backup digital files for it. Winds up printing out the pages. He gives you everything from about 5 o'clock at night till 4 in the morning when they finally closed up after last call.
Excellent. I'll try to get out of your hair. Try to keep this keep anything weird from happening.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah. Excellent. And then Ace and I will depart.
Close the door on your way out, please.
Ace does so.
As the door closes, you go, did the fucking dog just... What?
That's how all of us feel when we encounter Ace's good rolls.
Oh, but I get yelled at for Masquerade breaches. Okay.
Service dog.
This isn't a Masquerade breach. He's just a super smart dog.
Again, the dog
Literally
driving the car.
Service dog on the side of his vest.
Yeah.
This is literally what a service dog does.
If anything, Ace being seen driving a car might be assumed to be a breach of the Garu litany, more so than the Masquerade.
Well, no,
Because it's a
oh no, it's not litany, it's just third ed mean rules of, no Garu can be mistaken for a dog.
Oh.
But that was third ed, which is generally shittier than other editions.
So
We
yes.
don't talk about third ed.
So yes. Rena, do you try talking to the other guy who's up there grooving and having a fine time?
Yeah, why not?
All right. What do you want?
Hey, have you seen Carlos?
No, didn't you hear?
Hear what? Lean in.
He starts moving away from the people he's been dancing with. Like, yeah, wait, you're a Scourge. How the hell did you not hear that he died?
Not a very good Scourge. I'm like this far from getting cut. So like if you could fill me in so they don't think I'm that stupid, like it'd be awesome.
Carlos was hanging out here last night. Got in cozy with some new chick in town. Took off early in the evening. Next thing I know, I'm hearing that he got offed in the wee hours of the morning before the sun rose.
Like, new one of our kinds of chicks, or like just a regular chick?
New regular chick, far as I can tell. Just never seen her in here before.
Huh.
Kind of hot though.
Good for him. Maybe. Well, bad for him, but maybe he had some fun before that. I don't know. All right.
I don't know. She didn't look like somebody who'd be able to take him out. That's for sure.
So
And she looked like she maybe weighed 120 pounds soaking wet.
Huh.
And all of that was more, let's just say she had 2 centers of gravity, and neither one was centralized.
I have no idea what that means, dude.
She had great tits and a great ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't, like, just say it, man.
Yeah.
I'm not one of you smart guys, okay? I just accept that, and like, yeah.
Wow. I got upgraded to smart guy in this conversation. Cool. Awesome. I'm gonna go back to enjoying myself. You all have a nice night now.
Night. I think with that I will try to rejoin my other bros.
Bro.
Morgan Freeman, the narrator, kicks in, going, poor Lenny, with an intelligence of 2, had never been called the smart one before. But was smart enough to know that if someone else called him the smart one, and it wasn't meant in derision, that this was probably a sign to step away from the conversation before he got an intelligence of 1.
I'm contagious.
No, you're just handle with care.
You're a Scourge when the other brew won't hang out with you.
Serene, do you want to try talking to the other bartender, or do you have all the information you want?
She'll try hinting up the other bartender. Like, she'll make it, like, go back into the crowd, like, make sure the other one's absorbed, and then hit up the other one.
Yeah, the other one is a woman, a little bit shorter, dark hair, cut very, very short. Like a lot more, like little rings running all around the back here. Nose piercings each here. She has 2 studs here in the top lip. Well, how do? And what can we do for you?
Jack and Coke, sweetheart.
Jack and Coke coming up.
So, I'm trying to find my buddy Carlos. You seen him lately? She'll give his last name and description.
All right, him. Big spender, buys drinks for whoever's hanging out with him, tips well. Only ever gets 1 drink for himself. He never steps out of line, far as I can tell. Certainly never looked like he slipped anything into the drinks of who he was with, and he never seemed to get them too drunk, just enough to enjoy themselves.
All right.
So, not a total scumbag.
We don't need any more scumbags in the scene.
Yeah, she turns, starts looking, it's like, yeah. Pulls out a walkie. Yeah, that douche from Wednesday snuck back in. I think he jimmied the back door. Could someone handle that, please? He's dyed his hair neon green and oh, thank you, Barry. Hey, the fuck you! Hey! As you're just watching this neon green douchebag be dragged off by Barry is Barry looks like the sort of person a militant inclined Bruja might embrace.
He's on our short list, I'm sure.
And quietly drags his ass out the back door.
We have to do a double check to make sure he's not in Krenos.
She'll put, a 5 down when he wants a drink on his break. Like a soda. I know y'all can't.
Thanks much.
Yeah, so, was he with anybody? I'm just trying to find him. We were supposed to do drinks, and then I'm hearing weird things, and
I didn't really deal with him last night. He spent a lot of time. You know what? I think I poured a couple of shots of tequila for him and his buddies when they first showed up. I think I saw him leaving with somebody around 1-ish, 1:30, somewhere around there. I just remember seeing him walk out and there's this flare of red next to him.
Flare, all right. I can work with that. Any of his buddies here? Like I said, we were supposed to meet for drinks, big business thing, trying to make sure I don't lose money.
Hey, hope you get that shit sorted out.
Your mouth to God's ear, and she'll look like she's knocking the drink back, but like subtly, or subtle as she can make it.
Fuck!
Ah, damn.
Whoops.
He did it.
She's just gonna point to the guy next to her, because who's gonna argue with the big, strong lady?
Serene has a drinking problem.
Cool. Make me a manipulation. Are you trying to mislead him or intimidate him?
More intimidate.
Okay, then make me a manipulation intimidation check, please.
I can do that. 2, a 4, a 1. 1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
I will take your word for it. As you step
Just
away,
nods.
and the guy who was next to you was like, "The fuck's going on?"
Just pats his shoulder. Don't worry about it, buddy.
Just gonna go dry off. So yes, the three of you reconvene towards the front of the club.
Okay, I was gonna ask her if like any of his buddies are here, like to see if they maybe caught the girl's name.
No.
Okay.
I mean, they all started freaking out when they realized he'd left early, and they buggered out a little early for themselves too, like at around 2-ish.
Okay. She probably is immortal, wouldn't be able to. Trying to figure out if they're like coterie friends or just like entourage-y friends.
Were any of them breathing? No.
She
Well, it's
wasn't
hard
really
to tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. She'll put $40 down, and
This is the
Thank you.
downside to hanging out in a mortal establishment.
reconvene. All right. What'd you all learn?
So he left with some hot chick?
Redhead.
Maybe she was redhead. He made some weird metaphor about having great tits and ass, but I'm like, okay.
I got that too. Looked more
also,
Buchanan-y trust fund type from what I heard.
Bruja upstairs all knew that he'd been bumped off. And there's like a 9th gen hanging out upstairs, so I think the Bruja Primogen's already got this place staked out.
When you turn to point him out up there,
I don't point. I just motion with my head. I'm not pointing at him.
Out of curiosity, does anyone look in the direction that Rena nudges her head?
Yeah, man.
Serene will flick her eyes that way.
Sure. Yeah. You don't see anyone like looking down at the party. Just a bunch of people having a good time up there.
How many fingers?
2?
Okay, so your vision's still working.
Yeah, maybe he followed me. Did he follow me? Did he follow me? Now I look around. Oh, god damn
Wits
it.
awareness.
Oh no, 2 dice.
This is fine. We're so gonna solve this mystery, guys.
That's no successes and a 1 on my hunger dice. So my inner beast goes.
Your inner beast hackles are raised because now it's like.
Now if he's not there, then where is he?
So you turn around like you're not even subtle about this.
Oh, fuck.
You spin
Oh,
around
fuck.
frantically,
Oh,
looking
fuck.
like prey that senses a predator near. You wind up bumping into a bunch of people, send them flying. You don't see him as you're looking around, all freaked out.
Bad trip. Sorry, bad trip.
Yeah, I need to go outside now.
Yeah, we're gonna take her outside and mix the.
And yeah.
Subtle.
So, Ace like grabs you by the belt loop with his teeth and starts dragging.
You're in my dog. I will if she allows anyone to drag her away, she will allow Ace. He's a good boy.
As we're following this, she'll fill Barden. Right, redhead pulled him away from his normal group. Apparently hot as fuck. Tried to look like she was blending in. Either local band shirt, either Iron Cross or Dead Unicorns. Didn't quite fit right though. Too clean. Trust fundy Buchanan girl type.
So she was a tourist?
No.
That's
She was
what
a
they.
federal officer.
If a
What?
She was a Fed.
that might make sense with the Connecticut accent.
Why was a Fed?
Assuming we're outside by the car saying all this.
I assume that's when you start getting into those
Yeah,
details.
I figure
Yeah.
we're in the car.
Yeah.
So like,
So.
but
this
yeah,
morning-
so she's human as far as anyone upstairs could tell.
Yeah, this morning the feds came in and took all the security footage and the credit card receipts from the bar from last night.
If the feds are on it, does that mean we get tapped out?
If we were real cops, yes. However,
Oh. So, did someone breach the masquerade in front of some feds? Because I was just
Or-
thinking
thinking maybe we should find the girl and ask her if she saw anything weird, but, oh.
no, it makes sense if she doesn't look like she blends into this place because she doesn't. She's undercover.
Look,
She's a
okay,
cop.
I get that, but, like, why is a federal agent hunting a going home with a vampire?
Oh, well, that's
hunting?
the next part of this clusterfuck that we're not going to be able to
Gangbanger.
figure out quite yet. However,
No, I think if she were a fangbanger, I think more people would know her.
I'm just saying.
No, okay. But, like,
well, I don't think she was a fangbanger. I think this was an actual government operation to find someone.
like
And they
one,
happened to pick Carlos out of a crowd.
one of us in particular, like, find a kindred? Or-
Yeah.
Okay, not that he got mixed up in something else and now we're all fucked, but they're looking for us and we're fucked.
Okay, why would they want one of us? We've kept.
I mean, we're
pretty
awesome.
Point. But like we've kept under the radar. We haven't, granted there was the wars and shit, but we didn't, you don't know, what we did.
I wasn't born yet, so okay. I believe it.
Some people, some higher muckety mucks decided it'd be a good idea to back certain human factions and what have you.
Ooh, that. Well, I guess they're not supposed to do that anymore. I guess that's why.
Suppose.
Were they supposed to do that then?
No.
I don't.
People in power ever supposed to do anything?
This is why I don't do politics, man. Alright, so.
Politics is fun.
It's easier to smash it.
Okay. First thing we need to do is inform the sheriff what we have found.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Do we call? I'm assuming since you got the Fed angle, I don't suppose you have a lead on that.
I have a business card with a phone number.
So
Is
talk to
Terry,
boss man.
is Terry
call
a guy's
number.
name or a girl's name? I
Both.
forget.
Both.
Oh,
Uni-
okay.
Unigender. Unisex? I don't know how the.
I think we'd
Anyways.
say unisex in 2002.
Yeah.
Did the owner indicate it was a man or woman who picked up the deeds?
He referred to the agent in a masculine sense.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I was making sure. Okay, so yeah, let's call the sheriff. Say, hey.
Say hey, yeah, yeah.
All right, so you take the radio and you click it over to the frequency used by the Scourges specifically, rather than you listen to the whole band.
Yeah,
We are fucked.
we have something weird.
The dispatcher who handles the Scourges lines goes, Code Red Unit 6, define weird.
Federal agent?
I think I caught some static there, Code Red Unit 6. Did you just say federal agent?
I did say the Federal Bureau of Intimidation, yes.
The next voice that comes out is not the dispatcher, because the sheriff has taken the radio from the dispatcher.
They're the sheriff.
All right, you're going to walk me through the steps of what you just said very, very slowly and leave nothing out.
Okay, I'll start at the part that I have discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Early this morning, by human standards, somebody went into the club, talked to the owner, got all the credit card receipts and all the security footage from last night with a duly authorized legal document for a receipt, and left a business card for a Federal Bureau of Investigation agent. I have not checked that number to see if it's a real person yet, but I have a bad feeling it is. Now, the second part of this is, from what the rest of the Scourges, my two Scourges have figured out, is that the strange woman who doesn't look like she belongs in this particular area met up with the grandchilde, left with him early in the evening, didn't tell his friends where he was going, and they all sort of lost their shit when they figured out he wasn't there and took off in the later in the evening. Oh, and from what it sounds like from Rena, the aide to the Primogen is wandering around.
Oh, and all the Bruja know already.
Yeah.
And the Bruja are very well aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
So-
The Primogen tried to send every Bruja that didn't answer to myself and the Prince first out on a blood hunt. Yeah, which is which the Prince had them back down from. So apparently, instead of calling for a blood hunt, they've just sent out someone to stake things out. That's great. That's fantastic. I will tell the Prince, and the Prince will deal with the Primogen. But we have more important things to say. And hold on. And he gets cut off from the headset there. And then you hear the sheriff's voice come back in. Unit 6, where are you?
Or in the...
Grinding gear? Gear
Yeah.
grind?
All right, fine. You're closest right now. We have reports of shots fired from Unit 12. I need you to move your asses out there.
Do it!
Puts the lights up, rolls down the window for Ace. Woo, 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 woo.
Unit 12 is currently reporting they are in the industrial district. You're the closest unit right now. Move out.
Oh, Serena's already putting the car in
Yeah.
gear, getting it going, rolls down both windows for Rena, and Ace guns it out of the parking lot, fishtailing a
Yeah.
little.
So you've got the lights going, you've got the sirens going.
Oh no, we've lost Ace!
We lost Bert!
We lost Bert and Ace! Hold on,
Yeah!
I'm gonna check the Discord. He's been having internet problems lately. Zardoz, not Ace. Ace. Well, oh.
I mean, now's also a good time
Good time.
for us to take the 10-minute break while Zardoz fixes things. If nothing else, you all gunning your asses out of there is probably the best place to cut to commercial break.
Yay, and I'm in the back seat without a seatbelt. Woohoo!
And you can stick your hand out the window.
Oh no, but I'm on this side, so yeah, I won't. As long as I'm not on the sidewalk side where I might get hit in the face with a signpost, that is okay to do.
Yeah.
Ace is on that side.
Yeah.
Because he's better at that than me.
Oh, Serene's driving in the middle of the street to like go straight through the traffic. So.
Right. So, yes, the alarm just went off for break. Thank you all for joining us, chat. We'll take a 10-minute break. Everyone grab yourself a beverage, relax, unwind, give yourselves a stretch, and we'll be back shortly.
Woohoo!
Freeze
Okay,
tonight.
bye.
Out to the middle.
Hello, chat. This is Magic Fish Radio, and we do tabletop RPG streams on Tuesdays and Saturdays. And we blew up our Alien game a week early, so before we start G.I. Joe next week, for which there are still spots open at the table, and I'll post about that more on Twitter tonight. If you want to get
Please
with us...
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, our first game will actually be a Session 0, so if you have no idea what the fuck Essence 20 is, or you've had bad experiences with it in other settings,
Power Rangers.
we're gonna have a Session 0, so everyone can get on the same page about rules. Yay! And character creation.
Whoa.
Yay! We are definitely bringing the pulp back into GI. It sounds like we're bringing the pulp aspect back, and I am looking...
We'll be bringing back a little bit of the pulp aspect. We're going to be doing some deep cuts. I'm digging into the deep cuts of GI Joe here. You may not recognize some of the things I'm dragging out.
I absolutely...
That's why I'm going for them, because you're all expecting Cobra Commander and Destro. You're not expecting this shit.
So, if you are a hardcore fan, all of these references will go right over my head, so you need to be here for John. So he knows someone in the audience understands what's going on, because I will not.
I won't either.
It's
Well,
the
there's
very
not
reason
Dr.
I want my buddy
Mindbender.
Eric to either be sitting in a Transformers game or in the chat of a Transformers game, so I can just start describing to you all this area you're passing through, and there's this brief pause before suddenly the chat fills in shit.
I was doing that in this...
Tomax and Zaymont with Dr. Mindbender and Zartan messing with things, we'll be fine.
I don't know what this means. Anyway, right now we're playing a vampire one-shot. One of us is reprising their character from Eldritch Adversaries. The other two of us have... Well, mine is a throwaway character. We'll see how quickly I get to throw her away. As when last we left our coterie, we were speeding towards the violence.
Yes, you were. And in normal circumstances, driving there probably would have taken you like 15 minutes. But you've got the lights, the sirens, and the pedal all the way down, and all the authority for you to just go, yeah, no, 100 it is, you're all getting out of my fucking way.
As the
So
song goes,
Defon-
move, bitch, get out the way.
Yeah, you were so busy on the road, you didn't notice that Ace leaned forward to make sure that that track was playing. There we go.
She just notices a wet nose, boop, and then retreat back. And like she'll lean her hand back, like one hand on the steering wheel, like when she doesn't need to shift real quick, and pat his head. Good boy.
Winds up licking your palm. So yes, you managed to defy all laws of logic and physics and managed to get there within 5 minutes. And you're like, okay, we've now entered into the industrial district. Okay, so how are we going to find? And you hear gunshots off in the distance. Never
Where are you,
mind.
violence?
That way.
All right, hang
Where's
on.
the violence?
Fishtails a little, shifts it, drifts, and then towards the violence.
As you are gunning it down, you wind up passing by through one meat packing area, which is a home to the Nagaraja, which are a subset of necromancy practicing kindred who don't have quite the standing of the Giovanni, but also kind of need to eat the meat to gain the benefit of the blood. So they tend to corner the meat packing districts, and there's a small contingent of them here, hardly enough to even warrant a Primogen, but they sort of get covered by the Giovanni reference there, and they fucking hate that, but there's like 4 of them. They don't really have much say.
It ain't not one shot. I'd be working on being their guy.
How would you like me to be your Primogen? You're a Bruja. It's me or a Giovanni. Oh, okay. I mean, you got us there. But they're not a bloodline that the Giovanni are actively trying to exterminate?
In this particular instance, there's sort of a peaceful accord. The Giovanni, they're still a mob family, so sometimes a body needs to be handled. And the Nagaraja, well, they gotta eat.
Oh, that kind of necromancy.
Fairly progressive. Okay.
Look, okay, I should make it clear that in the town of South Ashfield, it is not a Giovanni that represents the family here.
Is it
It's a member of the it's a member of the Giovanni clan, but not a member of the Giovanni clan, if that makes sense.
If it's a Duncern, then they really don't need help cleaning up the bodies.
Yeah, but it's
mortal gangster is what you're getting at?
No, it's just it's a Giovanni clan member who's not an actual member of the Giovanni family.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Like a
So it's one of the other mob families attached to them.
Okay.
It's a branch family.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a branch family. They
so
don't
not a
share
Corleone. Got it.
They don't share the blood pool that the main Giovanni family does.
Although they have branched out their bloodline to, but there's like half-bloods, and I read the clan book.
Yep.
Can't a Duncern just raise a family in peace?
Still no half-bloods for V5.
Well, they just...
All these books and no rules for half-blood. Anyway.
They just exterminated most of them. Smushed them all into one clan, and I am salty. I'm a salty but Duncern. Anyway, gunshots, are they coming out of the whatever they are's warehouse?
No, but you do pass by them as you are heading towards the sound of it. And before you manage to get to the source of the gunshots, you hear a final 2 rounds ring out, and then everything falls dead silent.
We missed the violence.
Can I roll in plus firearms to identify what that gun was?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, hearing the violence stop suddenly, she's gonna flip the siren off and throw it back in and kill the lights.
Okay.
4 successes.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm blind. Oh wait.
We're vampires.
With 4 successes, you can identify that at least one of the firearms being fired. Well, you recognize that 2 of the guns being fired were pretty standard issue Berettas, so you assume that those were being used by the coterie members. But there was definitely the distinctive sounds of a Heckler & Koch PSG-1, which is a type of sniper rifle.
Keep your heads down. There's a sniper.
Okay, yeah. Hearing that kills the siren. Well, she already killed the siren, but now she kills the lights and just coasts in. Just enough gas to coast us in and keep us as quiet as possible.
Snipers are no fun.
All right. You roll in for another block or so until you see a currently abandoned vehicle that is of a make that you would recognize from the Scourge's motor pool, as well as 2 bodies in various states of showing their real age. Not old enough to be dust yet, but old enough to begin rotting. And as you are approaching, you see that there are two figures wearing FBI bulletproof vests with pistols drawn that are coming over and kicking at the remains.
Does one of them happen to have a giant mane of red hair?
No, these are both male, both brunette.
She kind of looks. We gotta. That's a masquerade. We gotta masquerade. Yeah.
So hit him with the car. People get hit by cars like all the time.
I will tap
That's
the.
not a masquerade breach.
I will tap the radio and say on our private frequency. Feds took out Team 12. Suggestions?
She'll like put her hand towards the key to rev the engine up if the go ahead is given.
Hit
Okay.
them with
It's
the
a problem if its feds die. Make them disappear, make it look like an accident, make it look like suicide, make it look like something.
hit them with the car.
Well, we can hit him and burn the bodies after.
Yes.
And the sheriff is interrupted by the sound of a rifle's trigger being pulled and the bullet passing right through the windshield, nailing Serene in the shoulder. 1, 2, 5, 7. And you would have this damage because it is firearm, so you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage or non-lethal damage.
You're taking fire.
Okay. Fuck it! You just hear her yell, guns it, and starts driving at the feds.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we are taking fire.
Wait, how did they kill those other guys with bullets?
You hit one of us with enough bullets, we will fall down.
Oh.
Also, if you nail him in the heart of the head.
Yeah, you just hear Serena, she's shifting quickly. It hurts like a bitch.
Okay.
She's got 6 health. So wait, I'm trying to remember. Does it knock down 3 health bars fully? Or is it halved on each of those 3 health bars?
It's 3 non-lethal, so you would get the 1 slash instead of the X through it.
Got it. So I still technically have half a bar. Just not.
Yes.
Okay. It's like in Zelda when you get hit in the little hurt. Okay.
Really? I mean, all right. Jesus fuck. 7 in athletics. Good lord.
By the way, she's like slumped down at this point because she's not gonna get hit again if she can help it.
Oh no, you got me, feds. Oh no.
All right. Do me a favor. Make me a dexterity drive check against their dexterity athletics to see if they're able to get out of the way of you running them over with the car. Here's a combat check I bet you never saw coming, Modifius.
Okay. Yeah. All right, 4 successes overall.
All right.
On my 4 dice. I'll take it.
That's very good. They managed to roll 5 across 7 dice.
Well, fine.
So you gun it in and nail into the other police vehicle as the 2 feds manage to roll out of the way and begin sprinting for cover amongst the buildings.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Reverse and...
So as one of them comes to this side of the vehicle, I will just reach the shotgun out and shoot him in the back of his head.
Cool. He currently is facing away from you, bolting. I'll give him a 2-die penalty on that, and you can attempt to shoot him in the back or shoot him in the head. Actually, if you're aiming in the head, well, roll your successes, and then we'll handle called shots.
Okay. So it's Dex plus firearms to shoot someone?
Yes.
Okay.
That's not bad.
This is Bart Killian, sir.
3 10s and a 9.
Okay. So that is 7 successes.
One of the 10 is on my hunger die.
Okay. Not really a chance for, well, you're about to make a messy critical is what you're about to do. So yes, you are And I believe a shotgun was +2 damage.
I honestly don't remember. Let me check my other gun that I have on my sheet. No, my other gun's a pistol. It's a +3.
Okay, then the shotgun is a +4 then. We'll call it a +3 because he's starting to move out of ideal range for it. So you made a cold shot, so we would remove 1 success for there, so still 6. He got 3 successes, which brings that to 3, so you still do 6 damage, which is which is exactly what his health pool is. So you it don't matter. That poor bastard. He manages to run out of the way, trying to sprint for cover. Blam! The back of his head caves in and takes the front of it out.
May I
Like a Jackson Pollock painting.
May I also shoot an officer or
You may attempt to shoot a federal agent, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ace ducks down as you aim the gun out the window.
Because I was sure I had a good angle, but one shot game.
Yeah, Serena's like kind of half slumped in the seat, like trying to put it in reverse.
So that's Dex
while
firearms?
they're doing this.
Dex firearms.
I have another action here in a second.
And I also have a handgun, and is that +3 also, or?
That's +3 for damage.
For damage. Okay. Not to the roll.
Not to the roll. You would gain a bonus on that if you had a specialization in the use of.
Okay. Which I do not.
Yeah, so you do not get a +1 die for that.
Ironically, I wonder if I could have counted the car as an improv weapon if I were driving it, but... Also, maybe Rena shouldn't be allowed to drive unless you're using it as a weapon.
Next time, we'll let you drive the tank that we get from the George
Okay.
Bush money.
Is it a stand 6 difficulty?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 3 successes and a 10 on my hunger dice.
Okay.
So that's 5 successes.
3, 5. And were you aiming for the head, the leg? Were you calling a shot, or were you just firing into his back?
What does called shot do?
Called shot, depending upon how difficult the called shot is, would remove successes, but would deal theoretically more damage or gain another effect. For example, if you cold shot on the leg and still succeeded after removing, again, say 1 success, because it's the leg, it's pretty sizable.
I would want to, called shot on, does it look like he's a righty from how, what arm is his gun in?
It looks like he's a right-handed, right-handed.
I'm basically... Well, I'm mirrored anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's basically going for, this area to make him not able to shoot us anymore.
Okay, so as he's running away, you want to nail him in the right shot.
Someone said they wanted to talk to these assholes. So, and I'm remembering that because
I'm
the
very proud of
adrenaline
you.
is running. She's
Okay.
not going to be upset if someone else kills them, but Rena knows Rena is not allowed to kill the talker.
I would say that would probably be about the same cold shot as trying to nail them in the head.
Okay.
So that would be -1 success, and that brings you to a total of what?
4.
4. Which unfortunately does not meet or succeed their roll of 5. So you fire and the bullet winds up missing, unfortunately.
Damn it.
It is at this point that after you fire, Ace takes his turn. Out the window.
Woo!
And
Yeah!
now
Go
you
find me a
roll-
sniper.
Get it!
Did you tell him to go find the sniper?
Yeah, Ace, go find me a sniper.
Good boy.
Change the die pool a little bit for that.
He didn't find the sniper. He found the sniper's whole family and brought them over.
And tied
Ace
them up
continues
first.
to be the most broken NPC I've ever used.
Nice.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 successes.
Was that all mostly 10s?
Yes.
Okay.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Forget
Ace was-
McDonald's. We're getting him a fucking steak.
Ace was going to take out the other firearm user, but takes the instructions to go after the sniper. And his inner monologue goes, "There better be Chateaubriand and mashed potatoes as my reward for this." As he scrambles inside the nearest building.
I don't know what Chateaubriand is, but whatever you want, baby.
Yeah, Rena has no idea, but well, we
Really
all
good.
a really good steak.
Oh.
Yeah, really good steak.
Actually, the gangrel might be able to hear his internal monologue.
I don't have
The
any
animalism is high
animalism.
enough.
Okay.
All right, so the gunman continues to run to wind up taking cover, which makes them a little more difficult to shoot.
Is it cover we
So
can
do the
crash
three of you
the car?
continue to stay in the car and fire this, or do you attempt to like give yourselves more mobility?
Car is cover. Serene looks at all of them. I will ram the fucking.
Yeah, like, is his cover car? Is it cover from cars or just from bullets?
Right now, his cover is part of an industrial dumpster, so it's pretty good for bullets, but you could probably deal some damage.
I was gonna
hit
say
it
the
hard
car
enough with
can
the car.
just
Squish.
and squish him into the wall. Serene is like, "Hang on," backs it up, boom, punches to go
Alright.
slam the. She gonna play whack-a-mole with the dumpster.
Let me
Make
do
a
something before
dexterity
you do
drive
that.
check.
Yes.
Let me
Okay.
do that before you do something.
Go
Before you
ahead.
get into the car. I like to activate Daunt and
Okay.
tell him to surrender now.
Okay, and what does he roll against that?
Let me check real quick because I don't think I've ever actually rolled this ability.
And I hope like she's backed it up, and he said, "Wait," and as he's saying this, just vroom, 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 like
I
it's
add
an air
my
of
presence
intimidation.
rating to any intimidation rolls. So let me roll intimidation.
Okay, so you're going to roll intimidation, and you're going to try and rev the motor to drive
like-
home the intimidation.
Yeah, to drive home the intimidation, like make it very obvious. If you don't give up right now, you're going to be a pancake.
Okay, in that case, add 1 die to the check.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm helping.
Rena's just in the back seat going, "Oh yeah."
Rita's like, "I'm so proud of you."
7 successes.
All right, and he doesn't roll anything against that, correct?
It's a regular intimidation check. If
Okay,
he wants
so
to, if he wants to shoot at me, it'll be something different.
Yeah. So to resist that intimidation check would be roll dice. Would be resolve. That would be resolve. Call it resolve streetwise, which for this character is a shit is what it is.
He's not one of those street feds.
No, he's
He's
not.
one of those Connecticut feds.
What did you roll again?
7, I think.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rolled a 2. So, yeah, he puts the gun down, gets on his knees, and puts his hands behind his head.
I will get out and cuff him and get shot by a
Okay.
sniper.
You get out and move to cuff him, and then
Dies to a gunshot. Da-da.
there it is.
I'm gonna cover him. Like, I'm gonna go out with Bart and try and... So if there is still bullets, like, you know, they shoot me.
That is a Jesus fuck.
Did he fail critically?
I hope so.
No, not failed critically, but all right, well, you guys know there's a sniper here, and you don't think Ace has had enough time to run them down because you're not sure exactly where they are. So make me a dexterity athletics check to see if you can avoid this.
Both of us? Dex?
Anyone who wants to dodge it, if you want to try and block the shot, that would be a dexterity. It would still be dexterity athletics, but you would just be trying to block the shot for Bart if that was the plan.
Can I do the? I didn't get out of the car. Can I swing the car around? Or is that nah?
You won't have enough time now, but if you want to move the car to become rolling cover after that, that's a thing.
Okay. Yeah, because she's just like holding her option.
3? Yeah.
I keep forgetting. 6 is standard diff, right?
Yes.
That's 3. I am dodging.
All right. So you both managed to dodge the bullet that burrows its way into the concrete.
I have fleetness. God damn it. Well, if 3 is enough, then that's fine, but I need to look at my disciplines.
They rolled 2 successes. You managed to succeed.
Okay.
But now Ace knows exactly where he is. Good boy, Ace.
And then Serene just brings the car around.
Celery speed!
Okay.
Celery sticks!
And as you two dodge, and I assume guns swing up towards the sniper nest?
No, I'm keeping my attention focused on the guy with the guy on the ground.
Okay.
You got a car in front of them to protect against the sniper fire.
Ooh! Rapid reflexes. I suffer no penalty to my defense pools for lack of cover against firearms. I can also take a minor action worth up to 2 dice per turn. Okay. Readying or reloading a weapon for free.
Yep.
Huzzah. Who's next? We didn't really do initiative, but, you know.
Yeah, they don't assume you're going to do initiative here. They assume you're going to handle people using firearms, people using melee, move back, depending upon how things are happening.
Okay.
There are rules for initiative, but I'm not bothering with it with a one-shot right now.
Yeah.
All right, so you are now heading towards the agent in order to handcuff him.
Yeah.
I also have rope.
Okay.
Not
Are you
necessarily.
following along? Are you following along behind Bart?
Yeah. Kind of.
Okay.
Looking for anyone else on the ground. I assume Ace was instructed to take out the sniper, and I trust Ace has that in paw.
No, Ace was instructed to bring us the sniper.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Serene is staying in the car, but she's got her flock out, just like through the window, keeping an eye on the roofs.
Okay. As you're approaching the guy on the ground, as you're watching the roofs and trying to figure out where the sniper was coming from, you all hear a and then a tink, 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 tink. And then there is a
grenade
burst of light.
God damn it.
As a flashbang goes off. I need you all to roll me resolve. What would this be? Call it. You'll call it resolve awareness in order to protect yourselves from the flashbang going off and the potential harm it might cause to your senses.
What was the roll?
Resolve awareness.
Wait,
A success.
That is 3
many?
dice.
How many successes was that again? 3?
Yep.
Fennec?
Uno.
Okay. 2. All right. With 3 successes, you are a little disoriented, Bart, but you're able to recoup. At 1 and 2, you are not. You two cannot see a fucking thing, and your ears are ringing.
Ew.
do we have
it's
to know where the grenade came from?
Yes, you do. From the other figure who is now rounding the corner and grabbing the other agent, her bright red hair sticking out greatly as she has a grenade launcher ready to fire another round, from which he fired the flashbang initially.
Cool. I'd like to shoot her in her grenade.
Okay. You are able to make the shot because you succeed against the flashbang. You only suffer a 1 die difficulty.
Okay.
Whereas the other two are suffering a 2 die difficulty in order to do anything.
Yeah, I think just out of, even though I don't want to do it, just out of like Serene would like stumble from the car, like holding your head with the gun pointed down. So easy target, if that.
6 successes against her athletics pool. Christ almighty!
How many did she get?
6, 7, 8 successes. I think we found the evil ace.
Yeah, but there's still a shotgun blast that went off into her immediate vicinity.
Yeah. There is, but it's enough for her and the other agents to be able to back away. As you hear the sound of the sniper rifle go off again, but not aimed at you all, because Ace found the sniper.
Good boy.
Actually, I have to roll for the sniper in their engagement with Ace, and I have to roll Ace's
I'm
attack as
blind
well.
again.
That is...
Ooh, I'm blinded by the light.
And Ace's roll against that is... Really? This is when you roll low.
No, not Ace.
Ooh.
So you hear the sound of the rifle go off again, and then the sound of a dog whelp. Bart, down in your heart of hearts, you know that someone has just shot Ace. Your choice at this point is to go tend to your injured hellhound or follow these two who are booking it. What is more important to you, Bart?
I will look at Cyrene and Rita. Follow them.
Or is the...
Or
are we
am I
back
still
to-
blind?
Yeah.
You'll be suffering a 1-die difficulty on this next round, and then it'll clear up the round after that.
Okay.
And I will go hiding the other direction to go find the sniper so that I can have a conversation with him.
Okay.
Yeah, Serene kind of shakes her head, vaguely sees the shapes, and stumbles after.
Okay, are you just chasing them? Are you attempting to tackle them, shoot at them?
Question. Could I do like a running grapple tackle thing? Because I have a specialty in brawl, so like kind of a takedown brawly.
Absolutely you can.
You could hit
Cool.
them with a car.
She stumbled out of the car because she's very
I know.
disoriented.
If you're going to try and running tackle them, I would make that a dexterity brawl check rather than a strength brawl check.
Both are good.
Okay.
So, I'll
Just
take
remember you lose 1-die penalty for this.
Okay. So let's see. No, wrong dice. You stay. Want 2 of you. Yes, because I lose 1, but I still keep the hunger. Okay, not bad. 1, 2, 3 successes. Like she's just. It's up to you, whoever she gets, because she's still not able to see.
Okay.
If she's able to get anybody.
That was 3 successes, you said?
Oh, I forgot to add the 1 for grapple, so let me see if that does anything. 4 successes.
Okay. At 4 successes, you're able to tackle the agent who dropped his firearm,
Okay.
and you're able to wrestle him to the ground. Rena, what are you doing?
I am looking at my disciplines real quick.
Okay. While you are looking over your disciplines.
Fleetness. So would this be would chasing them down be a non-combat dexterity test, or would it be a dexterity test? Or a combat dexterity test?
I mean, this would be a combat dexterity test because you're currently in combat.
Oh, okay. So ironically, I can't use celerity for the one thing I thought I would be using celerity for. Okay. Thanks, V5.
Really? That,
Well, you wanted to use fleetness to what? Closing the distance on them?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll let that happen. That makes sense.
Alright.
I was gonna say this is one of the times where the rule of sense makes more than the rule is written.
Which
Shit, rule is
one,
cool.
Which one did Serena tackle?
I tackled the
unarmed
staged
male
one.
agent, whereas the
Redhead.
redheaded female agent, who currently has that grenade launcher, is only now realizing that she's lost her fellow agent and is about to swivel around. And you hope the next thing in there is another flash grenade?
Only have 3 half damage. It's fine. Unless it's fire, then that's bad.
Here's the thing: is that if that thing goes off on you, that's going to be fire damage.
Oh,
Could my
please
action
get her
be,
before I die.
yeah, to close the distance and just point, grab her, point the thing up or away from us? Or
Okay, so you
how
want to
many
try and
steps-
disarm her?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use fleetness to get up, and then that would be a strength brawl check to try and wrestle it out of her hands.
Something I'm good at.
Then you could hit her with it.
Or shoot her with it. I mean, even as a mortal, if flashbang goes off on you, that shit's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but I want her to be able to talk to people after she gets herself unconscified.
Okay. Strength, brawl. Shake a shake a shake.
Do the dice dance.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. Including a 10.
Yep, that beats her 3. So you are able to dash forward as she's spinning around to level the thing at you.
Fuck
and you're
no!
just like,
Bam.
no, bitch!
No, bitch!
As you grab it and rip it from her hand, you hear the sound of the finger that was over the trigger snapping out of place.
Good.
As you wrench it from her hand. And she stands there holding her hand. The finger just bent the whole wrong way.
Get bit.
Well, then she shouldn't shoot fire at vampires.
Bart, you are running up the stairs, running up the stairs, running up the stairs. You can hear Ace's whimper the whole while. You manage to get up to where you find Ace, whole, running through him. Oh, he looks bad. He looks...
Even with the canine armor?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying.
That was a disgustingly high roll from the sniper.
I figured. I was trying.
Ace rolled shit. Honestly, the only reason Ace isn't dead is because of the body armor.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I was trying, because our best boy.
So Ace is there whimpering. It appears that the sniper has left, and they left in such a rush that they did not have a chance to police their shells.
Oh, that's evidence.
Okay. I will open up my wrist and start feeding Ace.
He's gonna get 2 Big Macs.
You're gonna get everything.
Bart, make me a wits awareness check.
Oh god, 4 successes?
Right. Their stealth is
Oh
rubbish.
no.
Francie.
Sniper, this was a terrible idea.
That was 4 successes, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't
So
run.
you don't hear them coming up behind you until you hear an authoritative voice say, "Weapon down, hands behind your head. Do it now!"
Wow.
You done picked the day to
ruin
die.
this man's career, we're gonna come back to the woman with the ruined finger. Because Cyrene, you got him in a lock. The one guy's face down against the concrete.
Oh, and she's itching to bite, but she's being good.
Rena, what would you like to do to the woman who had flashbanged you previously?
So, what are the rules on murder in this game again?
Please don't.
Well, it's a one-shot, so I'm not terribly concerned with your humanity.
Okay. Well, I don't... I'm a bagger, so I don't feed. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Now that... Since I've disarmed her, I'm really just... someone described her as being like 100 pounds.
Yeah, she looked like she was about 120 soaking wet.
Yeah. So she's just gonna, like, kind of grapple her, but upside down, and just sort of hold her like this.
So you're gonna chuck the grenade launcher aside, and you're gonna try to grapple.
Yes.
Okay. Well, she loses a die
Intelligence
for having...
of 1.
Yep, she's losing a die for the... Well, you were also told to bring them back alive.
Very smart.
I'm remembering.
Alright, so make me a strength... You know what? Yeah, you know what? Roll me the strength brawl check. Just in case. Just in the off chance you rolled worse than this.
One, two, three, four, five, 6, including a 10.
That distinctly beats her 0.
Can I crunch her ribs in a little bit for good measure?
You are going to crunch her ribs
good.
in a little bit for good measure.
Okay.
You lock her down in such a way that you hear one of her shoulders dislocate.
Oh, nice. I like that sound.
And you feel at least 2 of her ribs crack as you lock her in place.
Good.
I just imagine Rena giggling gleefully, like.
No, she's more like, you get a sense of this sense of relief and just like, my happy place.
She found
Bart,
a stress ball finally.
What would you like to do to the sniper who is now standing behind you, telling you to drop your gun?
Oh, you'll like this, John. I'm going to use Cat's Grace.
Okay.
So I'm going to make it look like I'm going to make the show of dropping the gun. Then I'm going to slide underneath him, pick the gun back up, and point it up in his face.
You're going to drop your gun and then catch it, or you're going to try and disarm him of his gun and point it in his face?
Catch my gun.
Okay. All right. In that case, I would call that... I would say because of what you're attempting to do, you can either make this a dexterity athletics or dexterity firearms check.
Dexterity firearms, which I'll automatically pass with Cat's Grace.
Yeah, because you have to, again, make sure you catch the gun correctly in order for all of this to work. And you should know your firearm well enough, so yeah, you drop, swing, spin, gun in the face.
I have a counter proposal. Why don't you drop your gun? Don't forget that you shot my dog.
He's looking at you. There's that little bit of quiver. You can see the sweat building up behind his...
Oh, Daunt is still up, so he still has to...
Yep. Use 2 dice for that.
There's no summer quarter rounds.
This is going to depend on who rolls the better check as to who fires off first, because he tries to lower the barrel of the rifle to over your heart and pull the trigger.
Oh, well, as soon as that gun is in motion, I'm going to shoot.
Whichever one of you rolls the better dexterity firearms check manages to pull the trigger first.
Fair enough. He still has to make the resolve roll to shoot at me because of Daunt.
Yep.
Which is a... Let me check real quick. Anything I'd never used. What do you do? Resolve plus composure, diff 2.
Resolve plus composure for this character. All right. Difficulty 2, you said?
Yes.
That's 3.
Okay. So he's going to get to shoot at me. Now I'll roll Dex plus firearms to see if I empty this gun into him first.
Yep.
Oh, no. 9 successes?
Oh, I was going to say, you have willpower.
Which definitely beats his 4 successes. So he seems to know exactly what he's dealing with or have a good enough idea, because you watch the barrel start to move towards your heart, and you just go, no, blam. And in the complete opposite of what you did to his compatriot, now blow the front of his face into the back, rather than the back into the front.
We have 2 Jackson Pollock paintings now. We'll make so much money.
There is balance in the universe. And this figure falls down dead, leaving behind their very nice military-issue sniper rifle.
We'll take that.
Sling the shotgun over my shoulder, pick up the rifle, buy the scope so that if fingerprints and stuff are up by this, so that any prints and things that are still on it are on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a tactical radio?
Yeah, probably.
Fuckery has been found. 2 tangos down. 2 hopefully in custody. Send a cleanup crew.
Who's talking?
I
contacted all the other coteries. They're on their way to you now. I'll send a cleanup crew as well.
Oh. Send my usual dinner.
We'll put them in the back. Bard feeds on animals, remember?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Otherwise, I'd be feeding on people and fixing Ace while I'm doing it, but I can't because people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming Serene at this point wrestles the guy, handcuffs him, gets him up, and just starts.
Yeah. Easy enough for you to shackle them both, take them away.
Do we have any spare cloth in the trunk?
I do have
I'm
rope.
dragging the body down the stairs with me.
Okay.
I have rope.
Rope also works. She's gonna take some of the rope and gag them effectively.
Yeah.
She's not taking any chances.
The woman is in too much pain to speak, but the guy is going, "You're never gonna get away with doing this to federal."
Oh shit.
Watch.
At which point, Bart just drops a dead guy on the tarmac.
Is Ace okay?
Wet, crunchy spat on the ground.
Oh, she makes sure to keep the gag out for that and looks at him. I think we've gotten away with it pretty good so far. Doesn't care if she breaks a molar or two doing it.
Yeah. So the rest of the coteries eventually show up, as does a cleaner crew. The sheriff themselves shows up.
We point at the trunk.
I've still got the chick is cuffed, but I've still got the chick like over my arm.
Yeah.
And just feeling the squishy squish.
Couple of other scourges wind up taking the 2 of them from you and throwing them into the back of a paddy wagon.
Yeah.
When the sheriff finally reveals himself. Okay. Care to explain to me why I'm down 3 scourges and
Feds.
Well, the feds technically killed them and seemed to know what they were dealing with, if the hardware is any indication.
And they're this chick, squish squish, this is the one that walked out of the bar with Carlos. Presumably to lead him to her friends.
I've got interrogators to get information out of them. As he's speaking to the 3 of you and getting your report, a couple of other scourges who had sent to police the area wind up coming back. Sir, you're going to want to have a look at this. And starts handing over files and a laptop and starts flipping through it. Oh, fuck, this is bad.
Define bad, sir. Would they accept sir?
They accept sir because it's mostly just a term of I'm
SER, I'm assuming.
I don't know if there is a gender neutral equivalent for the response of yes sir, yes ma'am.
I think from what I remember, this was like a couple years ago, but when another streamer watched it was SER, like Sarah. Instead of sir.
I'll be more than happy to accept sir or sir.
Or just sheriff in place
sheriff
of captain.
Yep, yes, sheriff.
Sir or ma'am, captain.
So, sheriff, the sheriff starts flipping through some of the paperwork there. So,
we fucked?
We need to speak to the prince.
We fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raina's
Get
fault.
yourselves in. We're getting these towed. You 3 have a report to make.
Yeah.
He hands, the sheriff hands back a lot of the other materials. Says, take everything you can find to leave this place spotless. And goes, get in my car.
Try and find their car or vehicle or wherever.
I think Redhead had a grenade launcher. Just keep an eye out.
Oh yeah, there's a grenade launcher over there.
Oh, and I'll hand the sniper rifle over to the sheriff.
Yeah. He leaves that with the cleaners and some of the other scourges as well as the grenade launcher. He goes, you 3, we're going to go speak to the prince now.
Yes, Sheriff.
Oh, goody.
And you three and Ace hobble your way into the sheriff's car, and you are driven
Serene
to...
will carry Ace if Ace allows it, because she doesn't want him to walk seeing Emperor.
Ace is kind of big to be carried.
Yeah.
She's a woman
gangrel.
with strength 4.
Ace is like a 300-pound dog.
She's
Strength
gangrel.
4.
Gangrel.
Mastiff.
Ace is milking it. Let him have this.
She's just
such a
petting
whiner.
him, like, she's got one arm and just, like,
I'm
petting him.
injured.
And she's just whispering, you know, it's
You
all
are
deep
such
and
a
throaty.
whiner. You are such a whiner.
We're gonna get you the best steak from the grocery store, the one that costs like $300, and like promising all these things.
You are such a whiner.
Put your shop on 6th.
Okay, she does get, even though she has like 0 animalism, she gets that. Okay, animal shop. Yeah, okay, buddy.
Rena just happily gets back in the back seat, probably covered in some blood.
Yeah. So you are driven to the prince's estate, and you are all brought before the prince
I'm
of
getting
South
brought before the
Ashfield.
prince, and I'm not in trouble.
Yep.
Hold that thought.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, what? What?
Uh-uh.
Really? Really?
The-
I think we found a hornet's nest that was infested in a scorpion's nest that was living in a snake's nest.
so you are brought in the presence of the Ventru Prince of South Ashfield, a woman named Teresa Quincy. Very regal standing, bright, like Viking blonde hair, and those sort of like if there was a way to if there was an image of an Aryan Viking warrior maiden that is conjured in your mind, that's who you're seeing sitting on that chair. Except she's wearing a dress shirt and slacks by comparison to a helm and fur cape.
Armor's armor.
The double-bladed axe that hangs behind her chair, on the other hand, reminds you how old she is and what she used to do.
Yep.
This is not a fuck around and find out lady.
No. This is a you'll find out before you get the chance to fuck around. My friend, you have something to tell me. My prince, it seems that we have a problem. It seems Carlos was taken out by federal agents that were investigating him and were apparently investigating several Bruja he was involved with for human trafficking.
Dude. Of all the stupid ass things.
Correct me if I'm mistaken, Sheriff. But did I not expressly outlaw any form of trafficking of mortals through my territory? Yes, ma'am. Yes, you did.
Also point out that we fought a war over it about 150 years ago.
Oh, heads are gonna roll.
Sorry,
Who was involved in this? Well, ma'am, it appears, based on descriptions and photographs taken, most of Clan Bruja that aren't Scourges.
Shit.
Including this one, and he pulls out a photo from the file and hands it over. The prince takes it, looks at it. Bart, Serene.
Yes, my prince.
You two are both Bruja, yeah?
Gangrel, ma'am, but
I'm sorry, Rena, you were the one who was also Bruja.
Yep.
I did not mean to offend you, Serene.
it's fine, ma'am. I working with these two, I can find no finer example of Brujas. thing to say, right? She whispers over to Bart.
Are we going to be missing a Primogen after tonight, ma'am?
I think we're going to be missing most of our clanmates.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, to both. Once the Scourges return, you have one other operation tonight. You are to round up, and if necessary, exterminate every member of Clan Bruja who does not swear fealty to being a Scourge before loyalty to the Primogen, or who does not swear loyalty to my seat before loyalty to the Primogen. Am I understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Out of character, is she calling for a blood hunt?
She is calling for a purge.
But that means we bring them in alive unless they resist.
More or less.
Okay. Serene just nods and looks at Ace. That steak's gonna have to wait a little bit, buddy.
Duty first.
Good boy.
Actually gives a little front paw salute with the paw that doesn't have a bullet hole.
She makes sure
up on his
does her
hind leg as much as he can.
Yeah, she just really quickly, like, doesn't care. Really quick, just leans down, gives him a kiss on the forehead, and stands back at attention.
It doesn't take you long to round up every Bruja that wasn't a Scourge and doesn't go, nope, I had nothing to do with it. I told him it was a bad idea. I had nothing. I will peacefully go. See, watch me peacefully go. I'm innocent, and I'm sure my trial will prove as much.
Yeah, Rena, at first she's like, I have to purge my own clan, but then she's like, but they were slavers.
Yeah.
And like that's such an even I know Bruja don't do that unless they're
I mean, to be fair, they weren't slaves. They were being trafficked for food. They were importing delicacies.
Yeah, but like I'm a bagger, so like I don't even like eating humans.
Yeah.
It's still, if there's a no trafficking rule.
Yeah, and there's a no like some rules are meant to be broken. That's a good rule.
It was a Bruja thumbing their nose at Aventru.
Yeah.
So
that never ends well.
I'm smart enough to not do that.
Yep.
At least
dumb shits, I died for the war. We fought over this the last time.
So you all wind up returning. You notice that as the Scourges gather, there are fewer Scourges than there were.
We lost 3.
Yeah, more than those 3 are gone now because certain Bruja fought back. But there are several members of Clan Bruja that are going, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm totally okay with this. And those that aren't there sitting peacefully currently have their skulls in bags.
There are currently just some little jars.
Yes.
And that was Michelle. And that was Terrence.
And this was Karen.
This is Karen.
This is other Karen.
There were a lot of Karens in this plot for some reason.
And you all wind up coming back inside for the middle of the Primogen's
execution?
Trial?
We'll call it a trial.
Execution?
Formal steps leading to execution.
A dinner party to the execution.
Yeah, the Bruja Primogen feeds a bullshit line. They are presented with evidence. They then pull a knife and try to stab the Venture Prince in the heart.
Wow.
Did I shoot them in the back?
Oh, I'm sure the prince has got this handled before we can do anything.
I'm sure the hidden Nosferatu and whatever we're calling the Assamites already have the drop on them.
No Banu Hakim.
Banu Hakim.
In South Ashfield, but there's more than a few Nas. It's like, I thought it was funny I didn't see the Nosferatu Primogen here. Oh, that's why.
Yeah, Serena's just leaning back like, it ain't even worth it. They're gonna take care of it.
Yeah, I'm like, they got this.
But no. It's the image that's important because as Bart raises the shotgun at the Primogen in support of the prince, it looks good to Bart.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even if Bart is not going to successfully get the drop on this person, Bart is making the motion to make because he's about to.
And this
But
is
the
why you
monster
have
that
3
they-
dots of politics, and we don't.
Yeah, the rest of us are just like, they got it.
And they are wrestled to the ground by the Nosferatu Primogen and her 4 immediate children, who are all they're loyal to the Ventru Prince because they've served together through some nasty periods of time and, you know, gave a fair shake, which is more than some Ventru do. Which is then when the prince, who was completely unfussed because she knew they were there. I was hoping we could do this another way. And the prince hoists her old, well-maintained axe off of the wall, turns and walks towards the Bruja as they're trying to kick their legs and arms from underneath the 5 powerful Nosferatu, and starts by cutting off one of her legs, and then the other, and then both of her arms. Someone cauterize those, please. And they come forward and they start pouring super glue over the wounds, and then slapping bandages around it. I'm not going to kill you. You have disgraced me far too much for that. You are going to be a living testament to what happens to those who breach the Masquerade, who breach my edicts, and who bring the federal government into my fucking city. And that is when she grabs her by the front of her blouse, hoists her up, turns, puts her axe back on the hooks, calls for a sword, which the sheriff provides, puts her on the wall just below the axe, and drives her sword through the chest right beside the heart, leaving her there hanging on the wall, alive.
Serene, is this when I clap? When do we clap?
Yeah, just give it a minute.
Okay.
I think she might have another speech, but that was mighty impressive.
Okay.
Members of my court, we will begin interrogations and investigations into every other member of Clan Bruja. And once we have settled on who has remained loyal, we will then begin discussions on who will fill the Primogen seat. Are there any objections? Nope, we're good, we're fine, yep, nope. A couple of Tremere scratching their necks a little nervously. A couple
Serene,
Giovanni are like,
Serene, do I clap now?
You can clap now, honey.
Rena, you are the only person clapping in the room.
Okay, stop.
Serene just kind of gives a little. Feel free to kick at her.
Thank you all for joining me this evening. And all this while, she's screaming in pain, pinned to the wall. You bitch! You did! I should have this throne! It should be me! It should be... You know what? I've changed my mind. And making use of her celerity, she speeds back, knocks the axe back up, and decapitates her while she's nailed against the wall. You two are the only ones applauding in the room again.
Hey, that was a badass move, and
That
it
was
looked good.
awesome.
Well, that precludes the question I was about to ask.
What was that?
Permission to call her Stumpy?
For about 30 seconds before she becomes,
Ashy?
ashy.
And thus ends your adventure as the heroes of South Ashfield.
So I go from having the suspect flaw to being the only one of the only two or three Bruja without the suspect flaw.
Yep.
Nice.
As a little bit of an epilogue, the Bruja clan is culled down to about 10 members, not counting the dozen or so Brujah that are Scourges. The next most qualified to be named Primogen is a 10th level, is a 10th generation kindred who understands that they are currently the weakest person on the court right now. And they are happy to go along with whatever the prince says. Because I like my bits where they are, thank you. And that is how authority was maintained in South Ashfield, but restrictions begin to grow. Because now they have to try and cover up what happened to these federal agents. And suspicion does mount, and agents do come in and begin investigating.
Yeah.
And kindred spend the next period of time very, very careful about trying to cover it up and move things along as quickly as possible.
And blame humans. I think that's the real kicker, is that the humans figured this out before the other vampires did.
Yeah.
And that's like, wow, we fucked up. Or they were...
Yep.
Wow.
Well, it doesn't hurt that there's a reason the Tremere and the Giovanni were both little...
Oh. Were they also trafficking?
They were participants.
Or they were benefiting from. But
Yeah.
yes. So that ends our brief little one-shot.
Yay! We
Thoughts,
had fun.
opinions?
Oh no, I might need these characters again. Help. I have a disease.
Playing the dumbass is really hard. When I'm playing Moo, I can be accidentally smart. But like, wow, this is hard.
You're done good.
You're done fine. You're done fine. Well, viewers at home, whether present or in the future, thank you all kindly for joining us here on Magic Fish Radio and watching this this hopefully delightful little V5 one-shot. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I hope you all...
Somewhere by night.
Somewhere by night.
South Ashfield, which I had to look up, and I'm like, oh, Silent Hill.
There you go.
Which,
The
you know,
primary
after
primary
last
setting
session...
for Silent Hill for the room. Like I said, if you got that reference, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, after dealing with the secret cat ending of the other...
Okay, again, Lily Cat is an iconic 80s anime film.
I'm just teasing you, man.
I figured that one would have come across. I tried to describe her as close to her anime counterpart as I could.
It's not your fault none of us have ever seen it.
If it's any consolation, the biggest difference between that Lily Cat and the one from the movie is the fact that the one you were doing here wasn't actively trying to keep the alien material from getting home. This one was actively trying to bring the alien material back.
Fair. But no, it's fine, you know. Silent Hill 2 had the secret doggo. We have the secret cat. Now we're in Silent... You just want to run a Silent Hill one-shot is what I'm hearing.
You know what? You cannot do Silent Hill as a one-shot. Unless you're doing it for a one-player, one-storyteller game.
That would make sense.
You really, really can't. Not if you want to do it correctly. The instant you try to pull multiple people into a Silent Hill game, it really will just slowly turn into Resident Evil.
I was gonna say, what is this, Resident Evil 6? My god.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing. You can very easily run Resident Evil using the storyteller system, especially the rules for playing humans in the V5 Companion, which incidentally is free. It is a free PDF available from the World's website.
I swore you were using Hunter 5e there with some of their rules. I'm like,
yeah, I was
this
a
is
little
why
worried.
hunters are scary.
No,
Rena
I
would
was
never
pulling
think
their
about
statistics.
it.
I was pulling their statistics straight from the Second Inquisition supplement.
Yeah, I was very worried it was hunters. Rena had no idea.
No hunters. I'll wait to run you all through a hunter game, so we'll see. But yes, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, because that's sort of the point. And please, come and join us for when we play G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. And hopefully there'll be people who'll get the deep cut references to G.I. Joe and affiliated material. Session 0 will be the creation of the green shirts, which are new recruits to G.I. Joe.
Yo,
and will be
Joe.
exactly.
That's all I
And
know.
and knowing is half the battle.
Give him the
Exactly.
stick.
Give him the hook.
So yes, I hope that I will put on an acceptable enough 3-session story for that. But yes, session 0 will be going over rules and character creation for those who are interested in playing the Essence 20 system.
But want to see something about it before you buy it. Because
To be fair,
perhaps your
Renegade-
hopes have been dashed with other systems.
Yes.
We are here for you.
I'm hearing
Renegade?
a lot of trauma from this Power Ranger. Do we need to? I can call
Well,
someone.
we could work on that off stream. But yeah.
That's fair.
But
We had a
For
bad
now-
experience with the Power Rangers module. But so from all accounts so far, the G.I. Joe book is actually well put together
yes,
and like copy edited and stuff. So
but that's something we can go over later. Again, thank you all for joining us. Please subscribe to our Discord. Please subscribe to our Twitch. Hopefully you'll be able to join us on Tuesdays and Saturdays where we indulge in all manner of chicanery. On Saturdays, we'll be running Chronicles of Darkness in space using all of that fun chicanery.
I run
And-
that.
Yes.
I'm not
And-
allowed to be a dumbass in that 3-hour slot.
And that will be interspersed with independent game systems and indie
Yes.
RPG one-shots.
We have had
on-
some scheduling trouble with the last few indie one-shot nights, because holiday weekends and new holidays I forgot were holidays now. But yay Juneteenth. Well, also Father's Day, but yeah. So. And
Yeah.
then the next one would be 4th of July weekend, so I'm not sure who we've got, but yeah, we'll see. But if you want to run an indie one-shot on Saturday night with us, assholes, well, some of us, John is working on, or John does something else on Saturdays.
I work to when you're starting it, and then I'm commuting home.
Oh, yeah, so. Anyway, if you want to run a one-shot indie RPG, whether you're a writer, creator, developer, contributor, artist, or just fan, join our Discord and chat with us about it. We also have a link to the application form to apply to be one of us weirdos on livestream.
Mhm.
If you want to GM, if you want to play, Tuesday nights is going to continue being a series of short campaigns, as John finally gets to run all of the things on his bookshelf that he did not have enough gaming groups for in the past.
This is true. Who knows? We may do a longer form something in the future. You know, really depends on if people get really excited and go, okay, no, I
Yeah.
got to see where this shit
Yeah,
goes after this. No, you left a plot thread open. I need to know what happens.
Can we have a Star
And then
Wars?
once I figure out how that plot thread unravels, we'll continue on.
Can we have Baby Yoda?
Can we have a Star Wars? I want to play a Star Wars.
I will be more than
I'll be
happy to
smart
work
about
Star
it.
Wars in.
I
will-
won't.
I will be more than happy to work Star Wars into the rotation at some point.
I'll play the smart one. No one else wants to.
I'm
but
just
as of
promising
right
you
now-
I will be dumb because I don't know the system.
That's fine. It's a little bit awkward to get around because I would be using the Fantasy Flight game system because it's the Star Wars role-playing game system with which I'm the most familiar. I'm thinking at this point we would do G.I. Joe followed by Anime 5e, then maybe do Hunter, go back to the World of Darkness roots, and then maybe
Let's be bad guys who think they're good guys.
Protagonists, because World of Darkness doesn't have heroes.
True. Oh yes, you've been watching our VODs.
I have to
So
know
yes.
what I missed.
We'll put those in, and yes, thank you all for joining us. And we will now find someone to raid.
We need to do outros first.
Yes,
Oh.
I know.
I've
was just-
already found someone to raid.
Oh, you found someone to raid.
Because you were
Yay!
talking for a while, dude, and I'm like, oh, I'll just do this. now.
Apologies. I'll let everyone else do their outros, and then good day.
Hi, I'm Ms. Chrysala on the social medias, and I'm the Angry Kermit / channel producer of this channel, although somewhat more on the Muppety side of Kermit tonight, I guess, because my brain was mush. I thought I was going to be on some new stuff on some other channels soon, but I've been rejected for all of them, so that's fun.
That's not good.
But, you know, I have plenty here making me busy, or keeping me busy, especially since we should have emotes soon, because people keep subscribing, and I don't know why, because we have nothing. So,
Because we're awesome. Accept the love.
I know
I
we're
mean,
awesome.
some of you are awesome. I'm not.
It's okay, Zargos. We'll both be on the curb.
Woohoo! Infamous. Yes. And so, yeah, that's me. Join our damn Discord where the things I say make sense, because I can edit them. Unlike when I say them live.
Mood.
I am trying to remember I don't know if the big battle is happening this weekend on Exit to Eden. I have to double check our VOD and see how far we got in the planning.
We're getting pretty close.
We were gonna go over numbers next game. Like,
Yes.
we went and talked to all the courts and
Because
peoples and the
there was
factionies.
a Kylo Ren
Ben
clone
Solo.
problem. Yes, that
Yeah.
everyone had to deal with.
I
And
love that guy.
yeah.
He gave me his ship.
Gave is such a strong word.
And then all
The ship
those
wouldn't agree.
racist assholes on his forum gave you their money. So nice.
That's
yes,
great.
if you want to see Zardoz be bureaucratically ridiculous, watch Exit to Eden. Like Fennec. Fennec is watching our VODs. No one's ever done that before.
I'll explain the reason I realized why I started watching them for one reason and the other. Anyways, we'll do that after stream.
Because we awesome. Okay.
Get that too.
So, yeah. Fennec, who are you?
As Fennec, you can find me on most things at the Fennec Wolf. I'm also over on Nerdsmith. I do things over there periodically. We have a book club going right now. We're figuring out the book because the last one we picked was... Anyways, I'm also going to be on Pseudonym Social's second season for their Urban Shadows campaign. It's going to be fun. My character is wild, and I can't believe the DM agreed to what I wanted, or storyteller, game master, whatever the term is for Urban Shadows, agreed to let me do the thing. It's exciting. I'm also here on Saturdays where I play Isphere, the Night Court changeling who's just, wants to have good time, go punch, hole in planets, maybe hook up with these space people. It should be fun.
Be a monster to fight bigger monsters. That's what the Night Court's all about.
Someone's got to. And, yeah, on to Zargos, John. I don't know who wants to go.
Killian! Killian's next clockwise on my screen.
That works.
And I'm the Kermit.
I'm Bart. I'm actually at Zardoz. I do have another name, but that'll be delightful. I'm at What's in Future Doctor on Twitter. I run Duffel Bag Full of Zombies Press. I write role-playing games and role-playing game supplements and other stuff like that every so often. Yeah, come see Exit Eden. I do lots of crazy things when people aren't paying attention.
It's sad that I can't keep up with all the rules in Second Ed Changeling, so I just have given up at this point.
There's a lot of weird things in that book.
It got oos, like, yikes.
I have never met a building I didn't like.
What if Changeling could just seduce an entire building? And that's a thing now. It was really funny when he tried to use hostile takeover to take over a wound.
Almost worked, too.
Because changelings don't deal as much with the Hysil and the Shadow World, so they don't realize, oh, wait. There would have been an interesting moment, though, if you tried to do that to the werewolf, to the werewolf territory.
Yeah, why would I do that? I don't need that problem.
I'm a wolf in wolf country. Auntie Batman sent me.
Yes, lots of Welsh werewolves and wolfbloods in my game, because that is how you yes-and your players. The most badass werewolf in the entire main city now has a Welsh accent, and I'm here for this.
And I don't think anyone's known her name, because I haven't heard it all in the VODs.
It's written down somewhere, and her nephew knows it, I think. Anyway, Zardoz,
I'll go bug
anything
them.
else?
Oh, that's okay. Nobody knows Holiday's actual name either.
I keep forgetting
Billy.
it because it's written so tiny on your character sheet.
Yes, it
I
is.
think that's on purpose.
I might need you to make a separate Google Doc with your background on it, because I just can't read it. The sheet is just my brain just can't. It's not your fault, it's the sheet's fault.
Those sheets are very, very bad for detailed backgrounds.
Yeah.
But no, it's written there. It's in a very tiny little corner of my backstory.
Yeah, which tiny little there are so many.
That's the one that says what my name is.
Please take.
Thanks, Second Ed.
It was mentioned last game. My actual family name was mentioned last time we played.
I'll have to go back and watch.
Well, that's why we have VODs, because my brain can't even keep this straight anymore. John? Have anything to signal boost?
Do I have something to signal boost?
Doesn't have to be some of our shit. It could be anything.
No. But I got something to gripe about when we're off here. It has to do with something I would signal boost otherwise.
Oh, okay. Drama.
Fair play.
Spicy. Alright, so then everyone get ready to raid Saving Throw Show. We're playing... Woohoo!
Salted Friends.
No, Saving Throw Show.
Sorry, that's Perception. Sorry, wrong studio.
Yeah,
there are so many.
Not on yet. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with my sidebar. But Saving Throw Show is doing Savage Worlds, which is something...
I've always wanted to play that.
They do that a lot on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel. So that's a fun game to watch. I still don't understand how the system works, but it looks like the players have fun with it, so... Let's raid Saving Throw Show. And they have follower or subscriber only chat, but follow them. They're nice. They do a lot of fun stuff. They did Pirates of Salt Bay, which is one of my favorites.
These good people.
There's good people. They have very fun performers. It is very fun. So, chat, until we see you next time. Well, the whole outro makes sense. Please take care of yourselves, please take care of each other, and please Diablerize responsibly. Bye!
Bye.
It has been 20 days since our last Diablery.